YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. This is the spoiler-filled review for Aquaman. I'm Jody Joe, Reverend Superman. Status to my right.
It's your boy J3 up in the building. We sitting up on Jody's Corner.
That's J3, the Batman of J3 Entertainment. And this is a world's finest edition review, bruh.
We up in here, man.
We about to bring y'all that heat and that fire.
So much shit to talk about right now.
Y'all motherfuckers get ready. Take a seat, get some snacks or whatever else y'all need to do. Because this is going to be a detailed spoiler discussion, review, slaughterfest, bruh. So we're just going to be more casual with this. It's not going to be like, the spoiler-free versions of the reviews that we did. We're just going to talk how we feel about the shit. The only structure we're going to have is that we're going to go like character by character on these characters, and then we'll get into the overall way we feel about the film. So let's start off first with my main man right here, man. Shout out to Jason Momoa. Shout out to him. Jason Momoa, Arthur Curry. How you feel about him, J3, bro?
Oh, man, let me say this, man. I think I could say this for a lot of people. We were scared. Jason Momoa is probably not one of the strongest actors in Hollywood. And when you combine with Patrick Wilson and Nicole Kidman and Willem Dafoe,
he has some heavy hitters around him.
Amber Heard, you kind of looking like, I hope he doesn't F up in his own movie. And he made that shit work.
He made it work.
He made it work.
I liked him in the film. I think he did a good job.
He made that shit work. He took who he is, didn't change shit about it, and made the shit work. He came in, with that Yahoo, yo, bro.
It was toned down, though.
It most definitely toned down.
He bring that bro from Justice League a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
But it was more refined.
Yeah. We gonna get rid of this shit. You know what I mean? we gonna move forward with it. We gonna grow. We saw a growth of his acting abilities and his actual character. It's pretty solid, man. How he handled that shit, man.
So in case you guys, let's just go ahead and get into this off top. This is a sequel to Justice League. They tied those movies in, and I'm happy, bruh. I am happy. As far as Aquaman is considered, I think it's dope because they mentioned in the film, you defeated Steppenwolf, you saved. So I'm like, oh yeah, Justice League actually popped off. The Trident, he has the Atlantis Trident, like he did in Justice League.
Yeah,
he has it in this film. So those are tied together. I'm so glad they did that because Justice League has traits, a lot of Zack Snyder stuff, but there's some good things in there too. Some Joss Whedon stuff.
Yeah.
Number one being Superman. I wanted him to live, and because James Wan made Justice League canon to Aquaman, it gives me hope and belief that Henry Cavill will still be Superman and he will come back in the future because Justice League has been referenced for the future DC film universe, and I got hope, baby. Come on, Henry Cavill. Not to mention, Jason Momoa came out and said, "Oh, he's Superman. He's coming back. He's not going anywhere, bruh."
Yeah, he did say.
Pay attention to those fine little details, y'all. Superman coming back, but that's just what I want to say. Justice League tie-in, Aquaman though.
I feel the Justice League tie-in a little bit, but Big Blue Joe dude.
Yeah.
I'm a Batman fan. I'm a Flash fan.
You like Batman though.
So
you like Ben Affleck, Batman though.
I know, but Ben Affleck's not. We don't know if he's gonna be Batman anymore. So then that kind of taints a lot of things. And then Ezra Miller as the Flash ain't really popping. So that's where I get it and I understand it, but I'm kind of a little wishy on it because two of the main characters are still in the air as far as where they're gonna go. How you gonna put this individual, in this new world of the DCFU? You know what I'm saying? But besides that, Aquaman, bro, look, this spoiler. As soon as he came on screen, I was a little worried. But we seen things about Aquaman that the world just didn't know about Aquaman. His abilities, how he handles himself. Yes, it's not the traditional Aquaman. But by the end of this film, this motherfucker became Aquaman.
He sure goddamn did.
And the journey of that, I thought, was paced pretty well for his growth as far as becoming Aquaman. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he was able to bring his culture to the role, which was good.
Yes,
but it wasn't too much.
Yeah,
it was toned down enough to respect the character and put the character Aquaman in the forefront. He did his lines well. His line, the dialogue wasn't great in this movie. So Jason Momoa, it's not like he had a big, huge uphill battle of dialogue to sell to us.
Leonardo DiCaprio shit.
Exactly. He ain't had no shit like that. But the important thing was he was convincing as a superhero. He was convincing as Aquaman. So this character is rejecting everything. He rejects wanting to be the king of Atlantis. He rejects wanting to have anything to do with his mother's people. He rejected Volko, who was the one who trained him. So he just rejected this whole entire Atlantean half and only embraced his human side, even though he had a good heart and he was trying to do right by land dwellers who would be trapped at sea. You'll see him save some motherfuckers and shit like that. So you can see he has a moral compass. Yeah. So there's something there. So
the main shine, as far as I think it's a duo, James Wan and Jason Momoa. James Wan understands the type of actor he had under his wings, and he guided him properly as far as direction and what seems to put Jason Momoa in, and which makes Jason Momoa look that damn good in the movie.
He was all throughout this film. He carried this movie. Jason Momoa did his own thing. In this movie.
Perfect.
Yeah, Jason Momoa, gorgeous man. Jason Momoa, masculine. Jason Momoa got the women. This is Aquaman, my nigga. And we was able to see that shit. And it's crazy because when you see Jason Momoa play the character, like I said, we all was like, I don't know. But when you see him, you start to like him as Aquaman. I don't think nobody can sit there and say, I don't like this guy.
I could understand how people say they don't like him because they probably don't want to take him serious. But once you see this film,
once you go to Aquaman mode,
when that third act hit,
it's a wrap.
You
can't.
It's a wrap.
You have to be a complete hater.
It's a wrap
to say either you're racist or you're a hater.
Once he come out that waterfall with that suit on, bruh, and he starts talking and speaking and fighting and beating the shit out of people and commanding sea creatures, my nigga.
Look, there's so much about Jason Momoa. We said we are gonna make this. I can't do it. I gotta be fair with y'all. This ain't gonna be a 40-minute review. I'm trying to minimize, but fuck it. Here we go, nigga. Jason Momoa comes on the motherfucking screen. This nigga is Aquaman.
He's Aquaman.
He comes out and he does some of the most tight-looking shit you see a fish man do ever. The nigga came out the water with a submarine, my nigga, and pushed that beach out the water.
Prior to him becoming Aquaman.
This is a basic. This is Arthur Curry.
Yeah.
And seeing the transition, like, no matter what he did, he still wants to be. He wants to be a hero, but he doesn't want the responsibility. And you got that from him. This is the first time we've seen a superhero film where the hero bodies both of his villains single-handedly. No extra help. None of that extra shit. He took out Black Manta and he took out freaking Ocean Master.
Black Manta trash.
Yeah, we gonna get on that trash nigga, but he took out his villains. You felt them. He understood where he stood in his world, and it was very beautiful seeing this shit. When that third act came, when he retrieved that Trident, that Atlantis Trident, and he came out with that gold and that green and that sandy blonde hair and that shit come out, nigga like, he immediately became Aquaman. It reminded me a lot of Batman the Brave and the Bold. Some parts when Aquaman be like, yes, I am here. Yeah. Like some All Might shit. And he kind of threw that kind of shit out there and was like, nigga, I'm flexing on you bitches. Yeah. I loved it. Because that's kind of like Aquaman. He had a lot of traits of the traditional Aquaman, but they were able to blend that shit in with his Hawaiian background. Jason Momoa's personal Hawaiian background. I like when he was fighting, he was like, he was like, fuck. He was
doing some epic poses and shit.
This nigga was riding, and you know Jason Momoa's Native American too. The motherfucker got culture in him, because you seen it when he acts. He was riding a seahorse like the Indians used to ride the horses, nigga. He was getting that shit. Niggas like, oh!
Picture the Dothraki riding the horses in Game of Thrones. Season 7, Episode 4, The Spoils of War.
I had a blast watching Jason Momoa just for him being gorgeous and being able to hold up the whole film and be a superhero. It really makes you feel good as a fan of heroes, period, to notice that when you look at this man outside that suit as his everyday life, you can still be like, hey, that's Aquaman. Ain't no extra shit. He got body underneath that suit. I respect that. I can't respect a lot of actors. They got the titties and the gut, and then you look at them and be like, nigga, you are not Spider-Man, my nigga. Stop it. You know what I mean? It's that kind of. It's that. I say that because I met
Toby Stab.
I met Tobey Maguire, and I wasn't impressed. Nigga, I was like, fuck, you're Spider-Man. Nah, I can't believe it, nigga. I'm out. You know what I mean? But Jason Momoa, Henry Cavill, he's another guy like that where you look at him, you're like, okay, that's a solid dude. Chris Evans is Cap, my nigga. You see Chris Evans, he's like, that's Cap, bruh. Do we even say Killmonger? Michael B. Jordan, nigga, you're Killmonger, because that's really him. I respect actors that take that initiative to become the character on a physical note. I respect that shit. Henry Cavill, Chris Evans, Jason Momoa,
Chris Hemsworth, Thor.
Chris Hemsworth, but yeah. Even
only thing he does is his arms.
Yeah, he's not really a you know what I mean. Who else? I know we got some more actors out there. Before what's his name? Black Panther. What's his name? The actor. I forgot it. I was gonna call him T'Challa. Chadwick Boseman. Before Chadwick Boseman went on that vegan life, he was one of those actors too. He was on yoke mode, my nigga. He was like, oh shit, okay, you fit the suit. I like actors that fit the suit. When you fit the suit properly and you can see it, it really brings a child out of me to look at you like, oh man, that's a superhero, man. Jason Momoa did his thing, and I can see a lot of kids moving forward respecting this hero now.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
He put some respect on that name.
Jason Momoa gave the role what it needed to have. He didn't blow it out of the water.
Nope.
He didn't do a bad job. I think he did a good job. Yep. And that's all you needed from a film like Aquaman. This film more than most could have played it safe. But James Wan didn't play it safe.
Oh, no, he didn't.
None of the actors played. The only thing that played it safe in this movie was the script. This man did a freaking fantastic job. The part where Aquaman had to go to the center of the earth.
Oh, man.
And this nigga popped out and you see dinosaurs and crystals and magic lands and
Best
shit.
Part of the whole movie,
my eyes were jizzing. Like little cum shots were coming out of my eyes. I couldn't believe what I was watching. And to see him in that motherfucker, and for him to go into where the freaking King Atlan's trident was, and to come up to the serpent sea creature that be eating motherfuckers, and for him to talk to the sea serpent, no one has ever spoke to me before. I'll let you get a chance to grab the trident. If you fail, I haven't eaten in a long while. Tight. Nigga took that trident, became Aquaman. That suit, the best superhero suit ever made, my nigga.
The hair on my elbows and my shoulders have just risen, man.
He is lit.
I'm feeling it, bro.
And he came and he decided to take a number 2 challenge against his brother Orm. The first time he got served up and Mera had to save him. The end scene of the film that involves him was truly epic, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next motherfucker.
Oh man.
Let's
let me give him a little more time.
You want to give a little
more time, man. Right, this ain't Jason Momoa. When he came out as Aquaman, bro, and showed us that he was the king, was some of the most epicness that I've seen in comic book films, because he went from hell, I don't want to do this, to I must do this. And I am now the king of Atlantis. I control all 7 seas. Usually you see that and you just hear the wording, but when you see the actual acts of a king of 7 seas, is mind blowing and breathtaking. Yeah. This nigga came riding out. It was a war going on. Orm versus the crab nigga. Well, we're not gonna do what you're doing. We'll fight you all. And these niggas were fighting, clashing, seahorses versus great white sharks and shit. And Aquaman came on this mythical creature, riding that beach on top of her fucking head, and just wrecking shit. And then he started controlling fish and do. Niggas like, fuck, nigga, shark knocking nigga off his back and nigga. mind blowing, bro. Tight shit.
We're gonna revisit this scene too.
Yeah,
that's when we talk about the over gist of the film. We're gonna come back here.
Dope, man.
Let's go ahead and let's get this whack nigga out the way. What do you say? This whack motherfucker right here, bro. I ain't feeling this nigga. I wasn't feeling this nigga when I first saw him. I wasn't feeling him after. I wasn't feeling him, and then I started to hate him. In the beginning, the very beginning of his of them showing him in this film, you're like, this guy's evil, because how he executes the scientists and executes all of the people in that submarine.
Typical bad guy.
The captain and all that. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, this is a bad, evil dude. But that wasn't even... You were bad and evil before Aquaman even came into your life.
He's a pirate, bro.
You're an evil dude already. You're a bad person. And your father dies because your father
is a bad person.
And he tried to kill Aquaman and innocent people.
Yeah.
And
who shoots a missile launcher?
He shot a grenade launcher right next to torpedoes in the torpedo room.
In a small submarine,
my nigga,
like room.
And then Aquaman lets him live, and he's going up the stairs or whatever, and he tries to shoot him again, and then he gets somehow pinned with this the torpedo.
The torpedo, yeah.
And he's like, you gotta, and the water's coming. You have to save my father. You gotta save him. He murdered innocent people. I'll let the seven seas decide his fate. Yeah. And he walked on about his business. I ain't saving this weak nigga.
Why should I?
And because of that
cheap nigga from Soul Food.
And because of that,
this nigga's a cheat.
Yeah, cheap nigga from Soul Food.
His little 6 pumps. I swear, all she needed to do was Brittany Murphy. What the fuck? Yeah. That shit makes no. That was the same sex scene off of 8 Mile, and that shit.
What was that?
I don't know, but I know that other wide nose nigga was getting that shit in that radio station, nigga. That nigga Eminem could walk by, he was caking his shit. Poor M.
So your father blows himself up, and you blame Aquaman for this shit, not reflecting on yourself that you guys are evil people.
I just want to know why he just didn't use his weaponry. He had that big ass why he didn't cut some shit, nigga. He was doing everything.
He couldn't do anything. It was too heavy.
Nigga weak.
So I get and understand why you want to kill Aquaman, because you blame him for your father dying.
Right.
He could have saved him and he didn't. That's where it ended for me. That's where the acceptance of this character ended for me, because every single time he would pop up in this film, he made the film worse to me. He made the action a little bit. He triggered action, but his character is just such a cheesy joke in my opinion. I don't buy the motherfucker. Like, my nigga, like, you're stranded in the middle of the water, and Atlanteans come to you with their technology, trusting you with it to take Aquaman out. You are a human, my nigga.
Yeah.
Aquaman is bodying everybody on that submarine, and all of a sudden, when you show up, you're punching him, and he's like, what?
You that nigga.
Nigga, miss me, you
He black. He black.
Human.
He black. He black. He's a human, but he's black.
So this motherfucker stranded in his ship in water takes the gun that could blow up mountains,
right,
and the suit, and MacGyver's the shit out of it.
Yeah.
This human who has never seen Atlantean technology in his life.
Let me see. What he used? He took some candy and a brush and built some shit, nigga. That nigga
welded,
18
sawed,
the fuck out that shit.
Technology wired, made a helmet, made 2 helmets, because the first small helmet blew up in his face. He should have been dead right there, because he is a human, by the way.
But he's black. Black skin, man. Black don't crack. Y'all know that.
Bruh.
That nigga was epic.
This nigga made a suit. Shout out to that spray paint.
Yeah. Oh, he made that out of this. He had some jewels, so he's like, all right, make this shit.
Bruh. This motherfucker made this Black Manta suit that you see before you out of nothing.
But he can't save his daddy. What kind of shit? He could have built a fucking
a
bulldozer in that. Oh, I got. All right, let me break my sword. Cling.
But you can't save
Dad,
your daddy.
Give me your remote. 18 the fuck out that shit.
But you can't save your daddy.
He could have made all kind of shit. He's in there making shit out of technology he knew nothing of.
He Tony Stark Iron Man it in the cave. But you're not Iron Man. You're not smart. You're not a genius, and it's not your technology.
Oh my god.
Off top, I'm watching this.
Technology.
I'm watching this scene pan around, and I'm looking at him like, are they expecting us to buy this? Trash.
Because they expect you to think the logic of it's a comic book movie.
Miss me with that whack. They expedited the shit out of his character becoming Black Manta. And the times that you saw him, he was doing stuff that no human should possibly be able to do. And he shows up with that big suit.
That was kind of
How did you change a gun into eyeballs that shoot beams, my nigga?
Nigga, I don't know. How does Spider-Man make a spider web? I mean, a web slinger, a web shooter.
It showed that in his film, at least. This shit, I'm not buying it. Everything all perfect. You got dents and lines and vents.
That nigga has.
That's a crap. That's a
look. All right.
This nigga crafted a fine design suit in a ship in the middle of the ocean
with a brush, a pack of candy, and some beads. That nigga made some shit. Nigga, let me stab this nigga real quick. The technology
should have been too advanced for this thug track nigga's mind.
Let me stab this nigga real quick. First and foremost, they hired a Kevin Hart 50 Cent fusion, and he act just like he a Kevin Hart 50 Cent fusion. All I can see is soul playing and power. That's all I kept seeing, nigga. I'm like,
every time I see him, do you know what picture's in my head?
Yep.
That stupid, ugly.
This nigga,
nobody is there, my nigga. Nobody is there, and you're doing these faces.
Overacting.
You're alone, nigga. You're alone. Yeah, the camera's there so we can see how you're doing. But nobody's stranded on an island and wasting energy doing mean faces.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Maybe he's preparing if Aquaman took the helmet off and how you gonna look when you take it off. All right, if I look like this.
Wooden whack actor,
all right.
bro.
All right, so look. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II did a poor job as Black Manta. Number one reason why is because he wasn't believable. Hands down, the shit was it was a joke.
Didn't buy this nigga.
This is why I said in my review, James Wan took an L on Black Manta or Yahya, because every corny scene that we got was due to this nigga. It wasn't nothing else. It was always his scenes. The close up, he did that horror shit with him. The close up shot to make you feel something that is not there because this nigga's a bad actor when it comes to this. Yeah. The close up shots, the bootleg Tony Stark working on a suit. They did a poor job with the script explaining of how smart he was to even build a suit like this, because all we knew was he was a pirate, nigga.
Thug, trap, hood, pirate nigga.
And he didn't have advanced weaponry when he was on the ship. All he had was a sword and guns. That's all he had. Typical weapons.
And we're supposed to believe that the Atlanteans would trust you to give you a technology suit. Why?
They did a poor job with that, because if they had really,
why did they contract them in the first place to do anything?
That's the whole point.
The freak?
It should have really been...
That tie-in was trash, bro.
They should have really had it before previously. Like, they effed up, but it would have been tight if they did something like this, like in the Aquaman film or something like... the last Justice League film or something like that, where they showed at the very end or something like that, where Orm, Black Manta, David Kane and his father infiltrates Atlantis, and some shit goes down and they end up getting captured, and he makes a deal with Orm to bring Aquaman to him. And in the midst of that, that's where the hate grows from Aquaman to him. Seeing this suit, this highly advanced technology suit, and him being able to take it apart. Let's remember, this movie, you just don't take apart a suit like this in your ship by yourself and expect me to believe that you built this in less than 3 hours to go against this nigga. Because
3 hours, 3 weeks, 3 days, whatever the freak.
That's some time, to dissect a suit like that. And he did that shit in a little bit of time.
He made one and it blew up, so he made another one.
That nigga,
you had enough resources to make 2 helmets.
That motherfucker's the road runner, bro. And I take shout out to the homage they gave to Super Friends, because the first helmet was off of Super Friends.
And every single time I see him, he's stranded on an island somewhere.
Yeah, that nigga had no depth.
And then you pop up in the city to fight Aquaman.
He had no depth, bro. His fight scene, the only time that he was tight to me was when he was actually in the suit, and the suit was basically doing all the shit. Because you see the suit doing all this epic shit.
And you don't see him.
You don't see him. He had a poor execution of the character. His presence was not favored to me. I can give a freak if he comes back or not. We know he's gonna come back.
I care. I don't want him back.
But yeah, I feel you on that. But I could care less. If he comes, he comes. He don't, he don't.
Shoot,
because
bring him back.
he has to come back. You saw the ending of it. You know, that's his arch enemy is Black Manta. But the bad thing about it was the fact that Black Manta just didn't bring the thunder he should have brought. Those scenes that were great, yeah, seeing Amber Heard and Aquaman going head up with him and some Atlantean soldiers, that was tight scene. But his presence wasn't feared. You know
it makes no sense that he's fighting Black Manta. This nigga in a costume, because he's a human.
He's a human under all
He's a human in a costume, bro. Aquaman should be serving your shit up.
Yeah. He's really going to serve it up when he sees that nigga with that trident.
He had 2 dumbbells attached to a chain. I said, this about to F him up.
Yeah.
It went around his head, and then he's shooting a blast.
Bow!
So the blast went back in your face, and the ball smashed your face in. You should be dead. Bug-trapped human nigga.
It gets worse, my nigga. And then James Wan panned out, and we watched him fall to his death. My nigga said,
"How you survive that, my nigga?"
He went,
How you survive that?
He black.
Into the water too,
he
so
black.
he didn't drown.
He black.
So he instantly got up and swam.
He black.
Nigga.
He black. Black people.
This is a human.
You know why people are jealous of black people?
Oh my god.
Because of that kind of shit, my nigga. Black niggas don't die in movies like that. They don't die in horror movies. He know that.
Them niggas get got in them horrors, bro.
Nah, they don't die.
This was a horror movie because he was my horror.
Yeah, that nigga's terrible, bro.
People like, man, y'all tripping, man. Black Manta was tight.
Nah. Black Manta, the suit, I'll give you that. But y'all got to understand the difference between David Kane and a suit. David Kane, trash. Yeah, when he was in a suit, yeah, he did cool things. They could boom, throwing missiles and shit. Let's remember, his suit is corny as fuck. It's an old 1970 look type style to it. You know what I mean? 1950s and shit. It looked corny. But at the same time, it was tight seeing him go head up, no doubt. But the character David Kane was trash. You know, you grew up as a pirate. You a heartless nigga. And you're complaining because your dad died. Yes, to some people, you might say, yeah, that will hurt you. But you got to put your morality and who you are as a person out of this script. This is a cold-hearted pirate nigga. And for him to show that weakness immediately like that, Dad, nigga, you're a bad actor, bro.
And then earlier in the scene, you look like you wanted to hurt your daddy.
I thought, because I swear we said it.
I thought he was gonna kill him,
bro. I said it. We were sitting right there. I said, these niggas have that same personality like niggas in front of a liquor store. You think they about to fight, but they really cool.
Yep. Nigga, what you talking about? Nigga, I swear I'll kill you, nigga. You showed your dad no love and affection when he was alive, my nigga. Here, man, I don't want that sword, man. You know that's yours.
Niggas be all rolling. Hey, man, I swear, homie, I told her straight up, nigga, I'm gonna break her face in, homie. Yeah, everything. You did do that shit on me. I swear.
The dynamic between the father and son, there was no love there. It showed no love.
Yeah, it was.
Even when he told the story about your grandfather, here you go.
Yeah, it wasn't like, gee, Dad, thanks. And it was like, I'm playing catch with my dad. It was none of that shit. Nigga.
I don't even think this nigga loved his daddy, my nigga.
It was just out there.
He's just looking for a reason to kill a nigga. I just want a reason to try to kill a nigga, bro.
That's a typical nigga shit.
Bruh. This motherfucker, bro.
Oh, man.
This guy, dude.
I'm capped out on my nigga
whack
word.
Ain't this human.
I said it too much. I thought some money in my nigga jar. But anyway. But this motherfucker right here, bro.
This movie gets better when you take him out. If you take Black Manta out of the film, the movie gets better. And by definition, that makes that character trash. And I'm not talking about, some of you guys are like, what? Take him out the movie? What about those action scenes? You could replace those action scenes with any other motherfucker.
You could have gave another Atlantean those action scenes.
Exactly,
and that would have been just as cool. You know what I mean? He was in the way for the most part. And he has a lot of growing to do as far as a character developing because they did a poor job of developing because I honestly don't know anything about David Kane.
Yeah, and he wasn't tied to the story. He just was the guy, time for him to pop back up. Come back 30 minutes later, pop back up.
Here's some gold. Like, bruh, you got all this riches from the Atlanteans.
To set you up for life.
And you're sitting there trying to kill someone that's not even worthy of it.
Stop, Simba.
Like as the Atlanteans can come get you, nigga. Oh shit, I said it. As the Atlanteans can come get you. You are putting yourself. You can go on top of a mountain. Atlanteans can't get you, bro. You're rich. You know what I mean? It's just the whole layout of this character just really was whack. The emotion behind his father was stupid. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if he was really a real thug on some real gangster stuff right now, when Aquaman was sitting there and he was like, hey man, I need you to help my dad, right? The whole idea of that, the dynamics. First thing he would have did was pull out like some gun type stuff, like, hey, I need you to help my brother or my dad, or I'm going to kill everybody else on the shit. He would have gave him an ultimatum or something like that on some gangster stuff, you know what I mean? Or killed his dad. That would have been more like...
I thought his dad was going to shoot him.
Yeah.
Like, Herbie, get out of here, son. Get out.
He would have saw his... He wouldn't go. What to me would have made it really hard. Like, damn, that's cold. Because he knew his dad was going to go, but he didn't want his dad to drown, so he would have took his dad out. And then blame him for that. You made me kill my dad. Then that would have been
it's
more...
still just as bad.
It is, but
there's no saving this nigga.
It's... Yeah, but it would have been better because it would have been more of a... I could see more hate towards it. You didn't save... You could have saved him, but instead, you let him die. But nah, because they were killing people. And he...
Ain't no saving this nigga, bro.
He weak. He weak. I can't do it.
This nigga's whack,
the only
bro.
way you can save it is by giving the character dynamic, which they failed in the script. He has nothing.
This actor...
Yahya?
He just sat there and let me kill him. It was a fly bug, and he just let me kill him.
He was tired of flying. He said, I'm done.
All right, the actor Yahya, he's not a good actor.
Nah. He's not memorable in the Get Out neither. I was like, oh yeah, he was in that.
Yeah, he's not really good.
Bad. That was a bad choice.
That was a bad casting choice. And it like I was saying,
they wanted Michael B. Jordan, but he was already taken.
They really exposed.
They wanted Michael B. Jordan.
The comic book character Black Man is exposed in this film for being a human in a suit.
Yeah.
Like it brings to light to me how comic book characters, some of them should stay in the comic book.
Yeah. Because
when you bring them to reality, it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any.
It doesn't make sense how a nigga in a suit could fight an Atlantean king. It just doesn't.
And get away with some things.
Yeah. And especially the suit you have, it's not even a tight suit. You don't have missiles and rockets and shit coming out this motherfucker. You don't have
it doesn't even enhance
gang
the
of technology. You feel what I'm saying?
If it did something like that, then I'd be a little bit more logical with it.
It's not, and it's. I just
it's comic book BS to a degree, because I do know Black Manta will be getting better equipment moving forward. But his first introduction of
that scientist is gonna do
his first introduction of it was very poor executed because you didn't establish. Obviously, it was a scientist at the end of the movie that was hooking your stuff up while you were sitting there knocked out, because you're obviously not tech savvy when it comes to things like that.
The only thing he lost was an eye.
I don't know if he lost an eye. He's probably just jacked up.
That eye patch.
He just probably scratched his eye.
That big red beam blew up in your face. You should have nothing but brain matter in that helmet.
Yeah.
But because you're a nigga thug,
black dude.
You live.
He black.
Anybody else would have.
Stipulations, bro. We can't kill this black guy in this movie. If we kill a black guy, they're gonna come with the hammer on us. Black people got leeway in movies.
You can't do that with humans. Like, you can't put a human against a superhero and have him live.
Whoa, what are you talking about? Did you see Infinity War? Iron Man went head up with Thanos with 4 stones, bro. It could be done.
Right.
And it could be done.
And nobody will complain.
It could be done.
I think Thanos punched that nigga. Captain America dead in his face. Perfect. For sure.
You can do it.
And they just wonder why Infinity War is a freaking mess.
Hey,
the shit that we're getting on in this movie about, Infinity War does worse.
And you can do it, though.
Captain America held Thanos at bay in a strength match.
He did. He
got sucker punched, knocked the freak out, and he woke back up with no half bruised face.
At least it took him
not a scratch on his face.
At least it took him some time, though. That's what we're later on.
At least show Captain America with a black eye, my nigga.
And some type of swellage.
Nothing.
A stone mark or something. But anyway, it could be done. But that's the logical factor of it. Aquaman is obviously half Atlantean. He has an extremely amount of powers because Black Manta went to stab him in his chest and it stopped with the sword. Like, his chest stopped the sword. Like,
let's talk about that.
Still abs, bro.
I don't think Aquaman is bulletproof. I think they went far on that. She was taking machine gun fire to the body, and that shit was just like reflecting the sword stab, making a ding ding.
Yeah.
Implying that I understand that his skin will be harder than a human's, but bulletproof, I think that's a stretch. He took a grenade to the chest too.
He's Aquaman is bulletproof, to a degree. It's our weapons are feeble to his skin, so like when he took the grenade, it actually hurt. If he had kept hitting him with the grenade, he was gonna start bleeding. It's gonna start ripping through him. It's more of how many times
It really
you hit.
didn't hurt because I remember he was like, "Ouch." He
Yeah,
had no marks on him.
yeah, that was a little grenade. But if you hit him with something hard enough, it will split that skin quick. It's just that's why he's able to go underwater, swim at rapid speeds, hit things without breaking. Because the pressure, the skin, all this stuff like that all intertwines with itself. It's kind of like Spider-Man's spider sense. Spider-Man has all those abilities that intertwine with his spider sense, what makes him have the agility, all that stuff. Like it's he can dodge bullets and sense shit. It's a magnitude of abilities that make his skin like that. Him being able to withhold water pressure without splitting his skin, what makes his skin hard like that. And Black Manta, when he went to stab him, if someone like Wonder Woman was to stab him, oh, it's gonna go through. Because she has the strength to back up the weapon. Black Manta is a human at that time. He wasn't, he was David Kane. He's trying to stab a man with a full force arm. It ain't gonna go through him. Quite frankly, I thought Black Manta's arm should have broke because he hit him hard, and he hit him hard enough where he thought it was gonna go through flesh, not steel. It should have kind of fucked his arm up a little bit. But that's just what it is, man. That's overthinking. That's real logic. But Black Manta, poor execution. Seeing him get bodied was very great. That was a great pan out of seeing him fall to his death, quote unquote. We know he didn't die, but I like that scene. I love that scene. The scene was amazing. That was a great scene.
Yeah. Enough with this whack nigga, man. Let's move on to somebody that's much more easy on the eyes.
Ooh.
Ha! Amber Heard as Princess Mera. So her character is basically an assistant to the story and to the development of Aquaman's character. She is betrothed to King Orm, and she knows, and she was taught that by Volko, that King Orm is the younger brother of Arthur, Aquaman, and he's not the rightful heir to the throne. So she wants to do right by Atlantis and by Volko by trying to recruit Aquaman to coming back to Atlantis and challenging his brother and taking over the throne. So that's basically what she wanted to do. That's her goal. And she ended up falling in love with him, as we know that she would have. And that's basically the gist of her character in this film. So I think she was a strong character. She was a powerful character. She was an independent character. She wasn't a damsel in distress ever.
I love that shit.
She did her own thing. She had her water power. She was popping it off. She was a little bit stocky. She was stalking Aquaman in the beginning, because she saved her father. She saved his father when the wave came. So she must have been sitting there looking at shit, waiting in like a motherfucker. So she definitely wanted her some Aquaman in her life.
Oh, she's
but she was a good character. She was less serious than Justice League Mera. Do you remember Justice League Mera?
Yeah.
You dare insult your queen. You dare talk to your queen like that. Like, she was much more.
Yeah. Did she
serious.
Did she realize what she had in her hand?
She's much more lighthearted.
I better not disrespect this future king. You might throw me to the sharks.
It was two different narratives. I think
yeah.
Snyder's Mera was more of a stern.
I think Snyder was going for more of a savage world of the Atlanteans.
Yeah.
And James Wan decided to make them savage but more civilized.
Yeah.
Princess Mera, Amber Heard. First and foremost,
she looked good. We get it.
She's gorgeous as a
motherfucker. She fire,
my nigga.
Fire.
The James Wan. I love you, man. Thank you for those shots you gave me of Mera. Her diving in water, seeing the nice curves, going to the water, seeing her walk
right
up
under that booty cheek,
right up under all that sheet, watching her walk, seeing her strut her stuff, seeing that nice, gorgeous face and the body and the water dripping off of her and shit. Atlanteans got wet pussies. And, just seeing the beauty of Amber Heard becoming Mera. I appreciate that. Because a lot of people nowadays, they don't show us the beauty of a woman anymore. They're more on this, stop looking at us like that. Nigga, please. I love women, and that's what it is. And thank you for showing us the beauty of this character. Amber Heard's acting, I thought, was good. I thought she win. Perfect.
She wins.
I think she did a great job as a Mera, because the number one thing I think when you play characters, especially comic book characters, if you make them believable, and she made it very believable that she is Mera. She owned the character. She became Mera. There was no question in my mind that she's not doing this character right. she did a great job as Mera, and her acting alongside with Jason Momoa I thought was very great. They had great chemistry. She had that great presence of she will become queen, and she stands by this man, and before they became a couple, they really had a great, I'll say, a close friend or a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, hands down. The way she was talking to him, she was so comfortable around him, and he was vice versa with her. And I thought that was a great a chemistry between both actors, and because it showed a powerhouse between those two. And James Wan, I appreciate that, because like I said, nowadays in film, her character, her being so Atlantean because she grew up there, she could have been talking down to him the whole movie. You need to get your shit together and be the king that you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this. The world's in your hands. You need to do your thing. Fuck. Stop bitching at me, bitch. I hate you.
The Justice League mirror. The Justice League mirror. Yeah.
I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Yeah.
You're putting pressure on me and my life. Could have been that way. But instead, it was more of a friendship bond.
She was patient, too.
She was very patient. She understood what he went through. She got it.
She gave up a lot, bro. She betrayed the king.
She gave up a lot, man.
When he was getting his sheet wrecked by Orm.
I know why, though.
And Orm was about to wreck his sheet. She betrayed.
You want to know why?
She put her life on the line to save him and get him out of Atlantis.
It was all worth it, because when he got that trident and he came out with that bulge in his pants, she looked and said, "You right?" She was like, "Sister, you went to his mama. You did that, nigga." His dad. Fuck, nigga. And then came out that big cock, nigga. Literally, he had a big trident, my nigga. Pecs, and his cock was bulging, bruh. James Wan, you cold for that shit. It was all in my face, man. It was like Scary Movies 2, my nigga. What you think, tucked in or out? Oh, dude.
Reversed.
It was just there, my nigga. Like, it was... that nigga showed a whole pattern of nigga shit.
Cock.
Shit. Nigga it was worth it. That's why she did the shit, man. You know what I'm saying? She saw that shit. She knew it was coming. She knew it was coming. No pun intended, it coming. But, you know, the chemistry between those two was great. She had great chemistry with Patrick Wilson, Dolph Lundgren, vocal, Willem Dafoe, even Nicole Kidman. Her being there mattered, and that's what it's all about with a character.
Yeah.
If you're there and you actually matter, and it's kind of hard for me. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody in this movie can kind of be replaced. Not even Nicole Kidman, no. But everybody else could really. You can honestly be like, you could put other people in those places, but they own the role so well. It's hard for me to see that now. Before it was like, okay, whatever.
That usually happens in the first film.
Yeah.
That's the goal you want. You want them to solidify themselves as characters.
And own the characters. So we officially have two individuals, in my eyes, that own up to their character. And that's Aquaman, Jason Momoa, and Mera, Amber Heard. They own their characters. The chemistry is great. I don't ever want y'all to lose that chemistry between you guys.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, the reviewers were saying they had lack of chemistry.
Nah, I thought they had great chemistry.
I thought they were great. I thought they were good.
The problem is...
I thought it was good. I didn't notice any lack of chemistry.
The problem is where we are in this world now. They believe chemistry is more of downgrading. Because they also said Incredibles 2, they had great chemistry between Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. Nigga missed me with that trash. Nigga, that was the meanest nigga right here. Oh, shit, I got to put a quarter in. The meanest man right here. And then up this woman right here. And they didn't do that with this film. Do not lose that. Do not lose that. Yeah. It was always a fair game all the way through. I love it. What she was good at, he wasn't. And what he was good at, she wasn't. And they worked great as a team. She was on that. She was smart. She had beauty. She had courage. And what was Jason Momoa? He had beauty, he had courage, and he had heart. You know what I'm saying? It mixed. They had a perfect team. She was the brains of a lot of shit. I get it. And most women are. That's what makes women special. They're the backbone of the man. Women are usually smarter than the man to a degree. And they help the man out and help him be better. And that's exactly what I got from her character. She's going to help him be a better king. She already helped him be a better person. Now she's going to help him be a better king. And she does it in a very respectful manner. And I like that. You don't lose that kind of shit. That's what makes relationships great in characters. It's the same thing with Steve Trevor and Wonder Woman. Steve Trevor knew things about Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman knew things about Steve Trevor knew things that Wonder Woman didn't know.
But their chemistry was much more deeper than
Aquaman
and Mera.
Because the chemistry was that chemistry.
Steve Trevor was much more than Mera.
The chemistry, what they did was they upped each other to be the best they can possibly be.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of that.
Yeah.
And it's vice
I
versa.
can't compare anyone's chemistry to Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor. That's the best on film.
Yeah.
You think about Peggy Carter and Cap, they weren't together enough. Doesn't compare. Lois Lane, Superman from the 70s? Nah.
No, she's smoking cigarettes. Why they hire her?
The
bro?
Wonder Woman.
Man. She's
She's
dead.
dead.
I'm saying, I said it when she was alive. She was terrible as Lois Lane. I never liked her as Lois Lane.
I liked her.
I never liked her. That's because that's what we had.
She wasn't the most beautiful woman, but I liked her.
That, bro. She was whack. She was whack. She's a
What
whack.
you talking about,
And I
bro?
hated the whole Superman scene when they made it all the powder on the screen to make her look gorgeous or some shit. Every time she showed up, nigga, they just powdered the screen. I hated that shit in the 70s, man. That Lois Lane was whack. All the Lois Lane were weak except for
Superman Returns. She was beautiful. She just had no booty.
she like a kid
I'll never forget when she was washing those dishes and it showed that, bruh.
with that suit.
Yeah, that pantsuit.
Y'all niggas fucking up.
Oh shoot! Who's the hottest Lois Lane, real quick?
Lois and Clark.
Yeah, Lois and Clark, no doubt.
She's the most accurate.
She's the hottest one.
You know what I'm saying? She's the most accurate, but yeah, Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
Lois and Clark. And then Superman Adventures.
The cartoon.
Everybody else, I love them. I love actresses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
Amy Adams was a bad choice. For
Amy Adams is a good choice, but she's a redhead. And it just kills the whole demeanor of it,
everything.
man. I love me some Amy Adams.
Henry Cavill and Amy Adams didn't have that much chemistry either.
She's so thick, my nigga. She just got better with age, my nigga.
All right, so anyway,
man, catch me if you can. I cooked my braces off.
That's what she was fired.
Fuck!
That's what
She licked her teeth. Nigga. Leon, I kept saying, I'm about to tap this shit tonight.
Yeah. She was fired now. All right, moving on. From Mera, we got
Patrick Wilson,
King
Ocean
Orm.
Master.
All right, so Ocean Master's character is a simple one that can be considered to be complex, right? So this motherfucker is the younger brother of Arthur Curry. He is the one who embraces Atlantean roots. He is his father's son. He is the son of also Queen. He's the son of Queen Atlanna.
Yeah.
You win. Perfect.
Stepfather, right?
No. His
Well,
dad is the king.
Real dad, but not royal.
No, he's royal.
Not royal blood as much so as Atlanna's, right?
They're both royal, but
Atlanna
more,
was
the
she has
she was
more,
like the daughter of the main nigga.
Yeah, so the Atlanna blood has more claim to the throne than the father blood.
Exactly, because that's why
Arthur's special.
Exactly, that's why Aquaman has to be the king.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he has full Atlantean DNA. He has royal DNA. He has the heir throne DNA.
Give me chills.
And he is the one who is more ensconced in Atlantean civilization. He embraces his roots. He is Atlantis. He wants the throne. He has the throne. He becomes king because his father died somehow. They didn't say how, but he has his father's trident and he's the king. But he does understand that
they did say how he died, bro.
the father?
Yeah, man. Somebody was fishing. He saw a worm. He went, and they put that nigga get in the fish. Caught this
All right,
simple nigga, bro.
So he got caught on some Nemo shit. So he knows that he has a brother out there, and he doesn't like his brother off top because he
feels that his brother.
He feels his brother is the reason why his mother's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So because Queen Atlanna ran away from her betrothment to the king at that time, and she came back, they sacrificed her. So he blames Arthur for that. So he wants to go to war with the land dwellers, not just because they polluted the seas and all that, because he's just necessarily a bad guy. He doesn't like anyone else but Atlanteans. And I mean that literally, like, he doesn't even like Dolph Lundgren's people.
My nigga,
Mera's
he didn't even respect
Black
the other Manta, my nigga, because he never showed up, nigga. Hologram water, nigga.
Yeah. He didn't even respect any of the other 7 kingdoms.
Nope.
He went to another kingdom and killed the king right in front of his kid.
Gutted that nigga like a fish, bro.
He killing motherfuckers, bro. So So he's that guy he's the overall bad guy. He's
power.
the villain.
When you think you got power. That nigga went in his house, my nigga.
You dare talk to me?
Up. Fucking fish, my nigga. That's some funny shit.
So he gets his throne threatened by Arthur, and he confronts his brother, challenges his brother, accepts his brother's challenge, his foolhardy challenge, and begins to serve his sheet up, and then Arthur gets away, and he's still plotting to get the other 7 kingdoms to join him so he could go to war with the land dwellers. And he has a thirst for power, and he doesn't like that people try to challenge him. And if he gets 4 of the 7 kingdoms, he is to be titled the Ocean Master.
And no one can stop him.
I like this character. I think his character was good. I think he did Patrick Wilson was the shine more than the character, in my opinion. Patrick Wilson brought some really good acting to the role. He brought passion. He brought, vigor and strength to it, and you understood why he was like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't really get mad from his ideals.
Yeah, he too, like his brother, was hurt by the death of his mother. And he just took his a different way. Aquaman, he shied away from the whole thing and tried to keep himself out of everything and tie himself to him, his father, and nothing else. King Orm, Ocean Master, took it hard, like, I'm about to rule all this shit so nothing ever could hurt me again.
Yeah.
Like, he took it like that. And I think the complexity with him was good.
I like the way Patrick Wilson handled this role. I like the way he handled the role, man. He was very convincing. He was probably one of the most accurate DC FU characters I've seen.
I put him second after Zod, right?
After Zod is a hard thing to beat. But as far as suit wise,
shit.
What?
I put him third.
Who you say?
Feora.
We'll see those.
See, you can't. I gotta give her some love.
No,
bruh.
she gets it.
She's her own villain too, right?
But,
even though she was under Zod.
But what makes Zod special because of Zod's idea and how he handled it. Nothing's gonna beat Man of Steel's action scenes. But as far as Ocean Master, the Ocean Master's always been Ocean Master. There's never been no different narrative of his character. He's always been the same type of dude. He's always been the half brother of Aquaman. He's always wanted to be the Ocean Master, the king of Atlantis. Seeing him put the suit on, his suit is hands down one of the best suits besides Aquaman's. He was the most accurate. And
that face mask
when it comes to it, the only reason why I give the upper hand to Zod because Zod was spot on.
He was that nigga.
But Ocean Master handled his own. See, they could have made Ocean Master a Napoleon type of leader, a little coward, a little pussy, got other niggas doing this shit. Yeah. Nah. He was smart too. He already knew all niggas was stabbing him in the back. He knew everything.
He knew about Volko's plots.
He knew all that shit. He was literally Sidious, my nigga, in disguise. He was sitting there running shit and making people. He was manipulative, running shit, and plotting at the same time. Very manipulative. He made Dolph Lundgren do some shit he didn't want to do.
I kind of wanted more from him though.
I think we're gonna get that.
Yeah, I wanted a little more.
I think we're gonna get that.
I kind of wanted more.
They took away a lot of him by giving us Black Manta. If I feel like they took away a lot of Black Manta,
if you focus just on him and got rid of Black Manta, now you know
that Black Manta took a lot of script development.
He took a lot out of the film. Black Manta.
Even though it was cool seeing him, visually as always, this is a visual film, no doubt.
Yeah.
But story wise, it could have been better.
Yeah.
Because Atlantis, you got a new world to explore, and this guy right here, Ocean Master, is that nigga because he's next in line to rule over everybody, and seeing the love of his mother is what turned him. Because technically, and be honest with you, he wasn't really bad. Like you said, you get the point. Nigga, they pollute our ocean. They're killing our kids.
And I wish they talked about that more, though. That really wasn't the reason why he wanted to go to war, but that was the reason he used to get the other kingdoms.
No, I honestly, because he's always been, he wanted
But they didn't give us that in the movie, though.
I know, that's where they effed up at.
You know what I'm saying?
Because when he threw all the pollution up there, that shit was sad. Like, it was like, fuck. He just threw pollution
That was a warning, like, nigga, what's up? We coming.
Yeah, we coming. They like, fuck. How do you... The question is, if it's that much trash underneath and they put that in one spot, just trash, bro.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah. Like it kind of hurts you. You get Orm actually teaches you something in reality. You know, we pollute the waters.
Yeah.
If just think, hypothetically speaking, if something was underwater like that, this is what they see: pollution, destruction of their world. And I feel that that's some shit I would go to war for. You know what I mean? I don't think Aquaman really was a threat to him until he found out what Vokal's idea was to get him to become king. Because he could have been killed that nigga a long time ago. Could have been hunting him down and everything. He never really cared until he found out all that shit. That's when he was like, I got to get this nigga out. Because if I don't kill him, then he's going to get my throne that I was supposed to have. That's when that's when that Scar shit come up.
Yeah.
I want to be king. I was here before him. He's never even been here. That's that Shaka Zulu shit. You know what I'm saying? Your little brother the king, and then you come and you take that shit from him.
And he took his girl.
You my lord, my savior, nigga. Then you all fool. Killed his brother, my nigga.
Took his girl, bro.
She was already gone. He looked better than him. She had to choose, nigga, brothers. But Patrick Wilson did. I think
that James Wan should have hit that in the script a little bit more. Let the story lack.
The story lack.
You should have really gave dialogue to and show the detrimental impact of the pollution hurting Atlantis, hurting not the seven kingdoms, hurting the underwater dwellers.
Yeah.
Like I said, like you show, my lord, there's an issue going on in the Pacific region. They go swim there, and you see all these whales and seals just floating down, dying. And Ocean Master touching them and feeling their pain and crying and shed a tear because it's, showing that he has a love for the sea creatures.
Yeah.
Like, all because of some shit that man is doing. Like, they probably dumped some nuclears in the water or something like that. And it's F with people. And he's like, this is the last freaking straw, my nigga.
I'm sick of these niggas,
I'm sick of these mother freakers, bruh.
This
if they would have gave us some more of that, it would have made Ocean Master a lot deeper to me.
Like, this whale is pregnant with my baby, my nigga, and just fucked up, my nigga.
Ocean Master has a lot of Killmonger
ideas.
He has the Killmonger action without the Killmonger ideology. I don't understand that he has the ideas that Killmonger had. Killmonger had a belief and it let us know his belief.
Gotcha.
Ocean Master didn't let us know his belief like that. But it showed the action based upon if he had the belief.
Yeah.
They failed in the script because they didn't let us know the belief. Killmonger, we're black oppressed people. We need to arm ourselves. We need to fight back against the man. You took my dad away from me, man.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers been over here in seclusion this whole time. Y'all freaking niggas got power and shit. You forgot about us.
Yeah.
Like, I want to fight back against the oppression. Orm came off as just a bad child who really didn't want to do what he was doing, but that's all he knew.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have his own conviction.
Yeah, he didn't.
I knew that after they fought.
Yeah.
And after they fought, like, keep it 100. Once Orm saw his mom was alive, my nigga, it completely changed him. Because he didn't plan to be this way. He was affected that way because of the way when his mama died.
Yeah, imagine they should have showed his dad talking to him, saying,
they should have explored them as children.
The surface dwellers took your mother away.
Yeah.
They did things to your mother, make him think that.
Yeah, brainwash
him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That would have been a little bit more depth.
Just like Killmonger's dad, Jobu, did to him when he was a child.
Yeah.
Wakanda is a secret place, a place of magic and wonder. And then seeing him be in the hood in the trap selling dope and shit.
Like, why we don't live over here, man? Question is, that's what the script fails on that. It just didn't give enough dialogue.
That's the biggest problem with this film is that script.
That script. But for the most part, visually, it was beautiful. Patrick Wilson, what he had, he made that shit work. He's worked with both directors, Zack Snyder and James Wan. He was able to really bring both those type of elements of both directors to one film. He gave me the Zack Snyder feel. He gave me the fight. He gave me the aggression. He gave me that push, but he also gave me that conjuring shit, that wittiness, that the looks he be giving, and how and the curiosity factor in his mindset. You guys know what I'm talking about when he's in Conjuring and shit like that. He gave me that shit, and he did a fucking phenomenal job, man. Probably one of the most accurate characters I've seen in comic book movies, period. Like
Wow.
he was spot on. That's Ocean Master, bro. The Ocean Master I know. That is Ocean Master, you know, and the twist was the ending when his mom. Now that's a twist.
That was beautiful.
That was a twist. I ain't never seen nothing like that before, but that was tight. You know what I mean?
Speaking of the mom, there she is.
Oh shit.
Queen Atlanna.
Nicole Kidman, yo.
This woman. So basically, she's the mother of these two children, Arthur and
Leroy.
whatever freak Orm.
All right.
She was betrothed to their father. She didn't want to marry this nigga.
Yeah.
We assume she ended up on that beach effed up.
Fighting.
So we think she tried to get away and she fought her way out and got out.
Yeah.
She had a baby, Arthur, with the man. They fell in love. That love story was beautiful, bruh. He really loved. She
Man,
loved that land dweller man,
making
bruh.
me get tingles, man.
She fought for that motherfucker. They came to the house. She wrecked them niggas in that house. Excellent actor. Fighting scenes was on point. She was moving and shit, bruh. But the most important thing about Queen Atlanna is this. Her character and her love is spread throughout this entire film. And it goes across everybody who's important to this movie. It touches Arthur, touches Arthur's dad, touches Mera, it touches Orm, and Volko too.
It touches everybody.
All these motherfuckers are touched by what she did and what she didn't do and what happened to her.
Man, the hair is rising on my knees, bro.
So even when she's not in the scene, even when she's not even showing her in the film, her presence, something tied to her is going on.
Win. Perfect.
Yeah.
When you see Aquaman go and hurt, you understand that it's tied to that. When you see Orm try to dethrone and hurt his brother and do all this other bad shit he's doing, you know he's that way because of her. When you see Mera trying to get Arthur to understand that you are the king, come back to Atlantis, take your rightful place as the heir of Atlantis, be who you are meant to be. It's because of her. When Volko trained this nigga Aquaman as a little boy and trained him to be a good fighter and looked that nigga Orm right in his eye and said, he is twice the king you'll ever be.
Fuck, that shit.
Nigga, because
I'm 10 times the king Mufasa was. Mufasa. That nigga came out of nowhere.
You're lying. Nigga, it's because of her.
Oh, shit.
All of it, and the dad, every morning for freaking 20 plus years, going to the docks at sunrise because she said, I'll be back at sunrise. It'll be at sunrise. Just wait for me. Every freaking morning he walks there, sits there at sunrise, stands there, looking at the ocean, waiting for his wife to return.
Tight.
Disappointed for 20 years straight because she hasn't returned.
Tight.
Shows how much
Actually,
she loved
longer than
this
20
woman.
years.
It was over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
It was over 20 years.
She got
Slightly
exiled.
over 20 years.
She got exiled for 20 years.
Yeah.
Man, Nicole Kidman, man. You get one
She
of
picked
these.
a great
nigga.
role. Yeah.
Nicole Kidman, never seen in a role like this before. She was able to bring in true movie star behavior, and she did it in such a beautiful manner. Like you said, the story revolves around her, but at the same time, her stardom did not revolve around this film. She could have overshadowed every fucking body. It could have all been about Nicole Kidman, but it wasn't. And you really got that from her character and her acting. She really cared about this role and she cared about the development of this character. She brought so much to it. She brought the love, the mother behavior, the fight scenes, my nigga. Like this woman.
This ain't no young
Nicole Kidman. And I guess Tom Cruise rubbed off on her because this shit is real, man. This is an older woman and she's fucking gorgeous in person. And she's out there getting this thing. And she was doing moves and tricks and she was a soldier at the same time as a princess, man. She just screamed dominance of royalty. Yeah. This is what a true queen is all about. It's kind of like Thor Mama. You know, when we saw Thor Mama, man, and when shit got different, she got down, my niggas.
They're very similar, yeah.
Yeah, I like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? She could have been like, help me, somebody, please. Nah, she had Uzis and shit. She's about that life. Yeah. She's a warrior. She understands. And true mother, because her son was in danger, and she wrecked all them niggas in that room. Her husband sitting there looking, getting hard at the same time. He couldn't do nothing. She come in like she took her trident, my nigga. Boom, boom, boom. Blasting fools, kicking niggas.
Beast,
I don't know if that was all her, but it looked fucking like it was her, nigga. That shit was tight.
The direction of James Wan is the reason why it all blended really well together. It looked like one good fluid action fighting scene that couldn't tell a body double from the real actress and shit. And she was dope.
That shit was dope, man. And she really brought the character to life. It was a scene in the movie when she saved Mera, and because we all thought she was dead, and I was like, I remember saying everything. I was like, man, they doing a poor job. They should really be telling us what happened to her, my nigga. They just say she gone, and then guess what? We go to the lost world, man, nigga. The center of Earth, man, and she's been there for 20 fucking years, surviving.
Still saving niggas because she saved Mera.
That means you got to look at the journey that she got. She got exiled to this world, this part of the ocean where these piranha-looking niggas off of Street Sharks. Remember, they dad, the nigga turned piranha. A bunch of these motherfuckers that eat people and kill mermaids and Atlanteans and shit. She survived. She survived through that. Yeah. And lived on for 20 years. She's a fucking soldier, bro.
Went in that waterfall and tried to take the trident to get back home too. She said, "Man, it's in here." They had to fight her way out. She said, "I tried multiple times to get that trident." She is a G, my nigga.
She's a fucking G, man.
Atlanna is a G.
And what makes it, and at the same time, she's a G, but she's still a woman, a kind mother, and a sweet soul.
All that. She has all that.
She's all in one.
She has the entire package, bro. She is my favorite character in this whole entire film.
You're giving me goosebumps, man, because she looked at Orm and was like, "You're my son, and so is he. I love you both."
Yeah, son. He turned around, Mom, done. All that she just lifted from him.
I'm getting goosebumps.
After they made it sure after Aquaman wrecked this shit.
Yeah. So, and James Wan, you get that.
Yeah, for real. After he got wrecked.
You could have took that win from Aquaman and made it all about his mama, man.
Exactly.
Like, that nigga didn't even beat him on that.
I raked your shit head up. Now here comes Mom. Mommy wasn't there.
And now I say one of the deepest shits ever. When you're ready, we'll talk. Fuck.
Yeah.
That nigga was like,
as we get carried away. Yeah. Exactly.
That shit was tight, bro. Oh, she made me feel good inside, man. I was worried about this film because in the first act, she was dope. We saw the beginning of her meeting his father, the relationship they had. She was a simple mother. They lived a simple life, a lighthouse boat, a build off of a Pokemon type shit. You know what I'm saying? And they lived that normal life, and then shit hit the fan, and she had to leave. And then the story got a little bit bumpy, and I was like, okay, whatever, it's all good. But then I was worried. I was like, I hope this ends well. And then when she came in, that breath of fresh air, man, when they went to that lost world, I was like, whoa, this is tight. She's been alive this whole time. Well, and she made everybody feel good. Because even Vocal was like, Queen Atlanta? How you say her name? I can't remember. Atlanna. Queen Atlanna? And she was like, yeah, I'll tell you about it. Fuck. It's like everybody was happy. She brought life to Atlantis. Yeah. She really did.
She's the glue. She's everything. And I think that James Wan did her character really well. That just shows you, because that's the one story arc that went through the script and went through the story consistently. Yeah. She's the most consistent character, bro. Like, yeah. And I wish they did everyone like that. Yeah. And then you have a really strong script, but they didn't. I think it has a lot to do with her being Nicole Kidman. There's no way they were going to write a script for her line, for her character, that was wrong.
And she accepted that shit.
You feel me? Like, exactly. So I think that had a lot to do with it.
So I'm ready for Tom Cruise to become Green Lantern, and I'm ready for these two to reunite on big screen.
And I'm ready to talk about, let's talk about random characters. All right. And I think I have Volko here. You want to talk about Volko real quick?
Yeah, I'll talk about my boy Willem Dafoe.
All right, let's talk about
Green Goblin.
There he is.
Hey, Willem Dafoe. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You're a great actor, and you never seem to surprise me with bullshit. You always come with fire. You always come with who you are. I swear he's gonna turn bad. He looks like the Green Goblin. It is what it is. He's a great character. Very minimum dialogue, not a lot, but when he was there, he shined in his own manner, and I appreciated it. I thought he was really cool. Thought he was really dope.
I like Volko. He wasn't really in the film that much, but his character was important for what it was. Like you say, he acted the heck out of his lines. He's a strong actor. He was dope. I wish that I got a little bit more of him, honestly. But, I understand there's so many characters here that everybody can't get all the love. But the good thing about it is none of them felt like they needed to get more time in order for it to be good. That's the difference. He didn't need to have more time, but you wanted him to have more time.
Yeah.
So that's why I ain't really even tripping off of it.
And the star power didn't overshadow this film. That's a key factor. You have big hitters like that. Willem Dafoe is considered a big hitter and an actor.
Yeah.
You know, Nicole Kidman is a big hitter and an actress. You know what I'm saying? And to see that everybody coexisted in this story evenly, I think it wasn't no. Amber Heard plays a very important character who must be in the film throughout the film. Obviously Aquaman, even Patrick Wilson as Ocean Master. You know, I like the fact that once land was involved, he was no longer there. That's how Aquaman and him were able to get perfect timing. You know, Aquaman goes on the surface, Orm's in underwater. Now you get a split in characters. Another character that I really shocked the fuck out of me, man, was Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren, yeah.
I've never seen him talk more than 3 paragraphs in the film, and he really brought that shit to life. Dolph Lundgren really showed us that he can be an actor, and I'm ready to see him in some more work now. You know, we usually see Dolph Lundgren just saying simple shit. You know, I'll break you. That little shit here and there. You know, he's hungry. You know, your boy. You know, hi. Just little words. But now he actually had dialogue, and he was actually a pretty good as king because he brought elements to a king of an older generation, and Mera was his daughter, and you know Mera's smart and she understands trickery and being con and shit like that, and the look on his face, he wanted to believe his daughter, but he knows about war and he's older, so he played a very conflicted character, and he made me really believe he's conflicted. And I really appreciate that. These characters really brought a lot to me, except for Black Manta. Everybody else brought a lot to me, man. I get it. And also, I like the fact that Dolph Lundgren, you know, it wasn't typical Dolph Lundgren this time around. I like that. It's something new with him. I liked it.
I agree. I like Dolph Lundgren. I didn't love him as much as you did, but it was just dope just seeing him actually talk for a few sentences.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this dude's pretty nice, man. I'm saying, Dolph, check you out.
And he was throughout the movie. He was right next to Orm the whole time. He was in almost every.
Yeah, he was definitely convincing, man. So he was being baited into joining Orm's battle war against the sea dwellers, against the land dwellers, and he wanted to get shit done. So. And he ended up changing his mind once he realized that Aquaman is actually that nigga. Yeah. So let's talk about this whole entire Trident, right? The whole goal was for Aquaman to become king.
Yeah.
And Volko let him know, like, yeah, you can become king, man. You need this.
And he had that Green Goblin look when he said, "You need this right here."
Yeah. I already have a Trident, not like this one. So King Atlan, the first king of Atlantis, of everything, the very first. So this King Atlan had everything on lock, talked to all the creatures, everybody was in peace, and everything was prospering, and everything was dope. And this Trident is the key to controlling and uniting everyone.
Right.
And the journey that they had to go on to get it was a nice one. And that's where I think that's why I think we need to talk about the negatives in the movie.
All right, let's get it, man.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and pick this shit apart.
Let me give shout outs to the dad. I forgot his name. He played a great character, man. He was tight.
Oh yeah,
that love for her, man.
No doubt.
Oh, I gotta say this too. I think we forgot, man. When Nicole Kidman, when she saw Arthur, he was like, "Mom," and she gave him a hug.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Is your father okay?"
Yeah.
That was, man. Like,
that was beautiful.
She sat on that island for 20 years, nigga. She been locked up like motherfucking being seagulls, my nigga. And all she could think about is.
We're definitely not going to end the review on negatives. We're going to talk about our favorite parts.
Okay.
We'll get there.
All right, for sure.
I want to hit these negatives.
Let's hit these negatives.
Yeah.
All right, let's destroy this movie. All right.
Yeah. So, destroy this movie.
Let's destroy this shit.
Well, for me, the pacing was a problem. We already know the script was an issue.
Gotcha.
But the pacing was a problem too. The editing could have been better. I think there was a lot of scenes chopped out of this movie based on the just cuts and pacing of this thing.
Right.
You go from shore, cut to Atlantis, cut to the Sahara Desert,
Gotcha.
cut to Sicily, Italy, cut back to Atlantis, and you didn't show us these transitions. You jumped out of a plane in the Sahara Desert, my nigga.
Right. I'm following you.
You were abandoned and stranded in the Sahara Desert.
Right.
How'd you live? How'd you get to Italy?
Yeah. All right.
With no water, no food. And the airplane pilot said there's nothing for thousands of kilometers.
He must have been thousands of minutes because I don't know how. Look. All right. This is why the script is bad to a degree. It's okay, but this is the problems. Very beginning, it's a great. It hits you like, okay, I'm following you. But once you get about 25, 30 minutes in and you merge into the second half.
You win. Perfect.
You get the trash. Too much hopping around. And a lot of that has to do with Black Manta. They were trying to fit him in. It makes no sense for a fish woman, Mera, to be in a Sahara Desert without any protection, my nigga.
No water.
No water, my nigga. She had no water, my nigga. Because remember, she had to take the sweat off this nigga to go all that to put it. No water. So she's an Atlantean. So you're telling me that Atlanteans can walk around on Earth? Then what's the fucking point of Aquaman? What is his existence? Why is he special then? Because
of the air.
We get all that. That's Mr. Potato Head. Where's he at?
Yeah.
Because that's bullshit.
Yeah.
She's on land, my nigga. So that means Orm could have came on land the whole time and got this nigga.
Yeah.
But you got water suit fishmen coming on land to get this nigga.
Yeah.
But when the fight occurred at the end, them niggas didn't have no mask on their face then.
Who?
The Atlanteans. When Orm and Aquaman had to go head up with each other, them niggas, they're just sitting there looking. Where was that? Where was that at shit then?
Well, they were in the water still.
Nah, them niggas like, oh shit. It's a lot of inconsistency.
But in the Sahara Desert is a problem, nigga. Like how the freak did
they
you
hop
get
from there to Sicily,
Italy, bruh?
Sicily, Italy, bruh. Made no sense, man.
You didn't show us the journey. How did you get here? It jumped ahead, expedited, fast,
and that
kind of like took you out. Like, whoa, you're here already? What is this? What? Only to find this statue that shows the little glass that shows where the island is, that the trident is directly underneath. Aquaman looks through it, and based off what he's shown us, about 10 miles off the shore was the island.
Yeah.
So they see the island they have to go to get the trident. Do they use their supersonic swimming ability?
Well, let's prevent the nerd niggas to say he was injured. That's why.
Was Mera injured?
No, of course not.
So couldn't Mera have just with Aquaman? Okay,
they got powers too, right?
Yeah. So not supersonic swim. They take a boat. And this is the way James Wan. This is where the script slowed us down. Let's slow everything down. Let nightfall come, and I'll let a storm come. So nightfall hits, a storm hits, and all these piranha fishmen come to attack them, all from the distance of about 10 miles.
Yeah, man.
So you had to float to this little island that you could see. It wasn't that far. You take a boat, and nightfall hits, and then Aquaman wakes up in the boat at the right time, healed.
You win. Perfect.
That is garb. I'm not buying that.
That's garbage.
I'm not buying that. What the heck? Get this scene out of here.
I could probably top that. They jumped out of an airplane with no parachutes and they landed on hard, hot sand.
Yeah, and they're fine. I was like, dang, they're not hurt. They got invulnerability.
My nigga, she went like head first to that shit. Bruh. Like these niggas are gods. Like
they jumped out of that plane.
Let's remember, sand is very hard.
Yes.
And let's just put science in this. If you jump from an airplane and you hit sand, and it's hot sand at that, and she's a fish lady.
She should have been effed up.
She should. Oh, what is this? It's called hot sand, my nigga. You're burning, my nigga. Bruh.
Yeah.
A lot of inconsistency with powers on that point. That shit was stupid.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. But I'll roll with this real quick. Let's see where this shit goes. The journey was interesting, but it was executed poorly to a degree. Because, I think the part when they were in the Sahara Desert with the little time capsule shit, I thought that was hot.
Mm-hmm.
But the journey to get to Sicily and Aquaman all of a sudden using his brains now. Oh, let me look in here. Oh, let me see.
That's not a king. Oh, this is a king.
I understood because he said my mom taught me.
Yeah.
I get that, but when he put the thing inside, nah, I ain't buying that shit.
I was okay with it because his hand was already positioned that way. I saw it before the scene hit. I said, "Oh, there it is. I found it." The problem was it took you so long to get from point A to point B because that's what the script demanded. The script demanded a night scene because we know those creepy crawler fish niggas don't come out until the night.
And that's stupid.
Right. You couldn't come up with anything else to go from this daytime scene. It felt like 12 noon when they was looking at the island.
Right,
to pitch black nighttime and
actually,
a hurricane.
Actually, it was actually early morning. Because the sun sat out, so it was early morning because they was all the Italian old people and shit.
Yeah. And a hurricane, nigga.
Yeah, man. Fish don't get affected by that kind of shit. That's a human trait. Just go in the water, my nigga. What's the hurricane gonna do to niggas?
So they
water?
get past all these people. They find the center of the earth. They find Atlanna, and they have to go get and the scene, which is a dope scene where Atlanna shows herself to her son. Mom, they hug, and all of the rejecting that Aquaman has been doing throughout the whole entire film. I don't want to be the king. I don't want this. I don't want this responsibility. No, that's for you, not for me. Once his mother looked at him and says, "The trident is just through there, but there's a serpent, a dangerous creature. I tried multiple times, but I failed."
It was like, damn.
You need to go in there and get that. He was like, "Okay, Mom. I embrace my destiny. I will do as you say."
Man, I'm getting goosebumps
whatever his mama told him, registered in his heart. I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do this shit. Knock this shit out the
Mera
park.
couldn't convince me. Voco couldn't convince me. My dad in my ear for 30 years couldn't convince me to be a hero. None of these motherfucking saving people could have convinced me. Hey, you should really. Nah, I'm just saving you, nigga.
Yeah.
The mama coming back to life in his eyes and telling him that, yes, I'll do it.
I'll do that shit.
So he went in there.
I loved it.
And got this trident. Now, this ties to the biggest problem I have with the film.
All right.
So King Atlan, this almighty powerful motherfucker who was told us in this film that he bring balance to the seven kingdoms. He bring unity. The people were peaceful and they were all land dwellers.
Yeah.
There was no Atlantis underwater. They were all on land, on Earth. This was a great peaceful place. So he got ambitious to try to advance his civilization more or whatever, and this device portal blew up. F some motherfuckers up.
Chipped niggas and shit.
Yeah, chipped a big piece of the earth off, sunk to the ocean floor. There you have your Atlantis. So this nigga got so depressed of this that he put himself into a life of seclusion, holding a staff till he dies.
Yeah, G-way to go out.
And makes a recording saying only the rightful heir will be able to possess this staff. It'll be sorrow, but in the rightful heir's hands, you'll bring unity and peace and balance to all the kingdoms.
Gotcha.
Nigga, you had the staff, and you couldn't bring peace and balance to all the kingdoms, motherfucker. Just because that little machine went off and F people up, you decided to go. Because you went and ran away is the reason why everything effed up, bruh.
But
so why am I trying to get why am I listening to you when you yourself, with all the power you had, weren't enough to bring balance?
Well, see, that's the thing. That's where the script failed because I believe he got discouraged. He felt being a king when you control a lot. I have my ant hills and my ant farms and stuff. And when one ant farm breaks, I kind of feel bad for the rest of the ants. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, man, I fucked them up, man.
Do you walk away and stop taking care of the rest of the ants? Let them die?
I let them die.
Seffed up.
I sit there. You can't do
You win. Perfect.
That's seffed up.
They're gonna kill me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
seffed up.
All honesty though, like I think as a king like that in that time, I think he got discouraged. I think he stopped believing and he worried more about what the people would think of him, because.
But you have all of this power, is what I'm saying. You have all the power. You control all the creatures. They do what you say. No one is going to second guess a nigga who has all that power.
Yeah, but the thing about it was one thing of controlling people and people doing it willingly. People were respecting him as a king. He could do no wrong. And just because he had
That's what contradicts, because the whole key for Aquaman was get the trident, the people will follow you. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Niggas who didn't respect him, once he got that trident, sorry, it's true, he's carrying the trident of Atlan, then he is our king.
Yeah, because
everybody was following the nigga.
They respect the morality of it, but
they respected that trident, but that power.
But that's what's going to happen, I think, in Aquaman 2. Excuse me. You're gonna see the evolution of Aquaman as a king, and you're gonna see people test his hand because people have lost their way. The elders respect that because he been had that trident in his hand. Niggas were still attacking him.
Who?
Aquaman. They seen that trident. He came down with the trident. They still was attacking him. They was still doing shit.
The only motherfuckers that was attacking was Orm. Once they figured out this nigga's real, all the niggas
yes, once
he controlled those animals. Game.
No niggas, oh shit.
It was over.
And then got my food doing shit.
It was over, bruh. The only one attacking at that point was Orm, because Amber Heard's dad abandoned Orm.
Yep.
Because they verified, yes, it's truly him, and he's wielding the staff of the trident of Atlan himself, and he said, "Then that man is your king."
Shit. I think that. I just think that Atlan.
That staff bring it all, bro. This nigga Atlan is a freaking fail. If you ask me.
I think Atlan personally. That's what the script failed.
That's the thing we're thinking.
Because the script is supposed to fill in those voids, so we won't
exactly.
question.
They didn't give us anything.
He has a different point of view. I have a different point of view. That's where you failed at because we trying to make sense of this shit. He cowered away.
Yes.
I give you that.
How you sit there for? He was dead. Bone.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I thought that nigga was still alive on some Indiana Jones shit.
Oh.
I thought that nigga was still alive, bro.
You've come. My strength have left me.
I thought that nigga was on some Indiana Jones shit.
Oh, shoot.
But I think that he just felt like people died, and some people are close, people mutated, things changed. And I think he just gave up that hope factor of it. Was like, I don't want to do this anymore. My mindset is not right. I've done things wrong. Some people can fall out of that and some people don't.
That's a weak mother freaker, bro.
It's a weak mother freaker, bro.
That makes you whack. So freak this hologram of you being epic and all these histories saying you're this epic.
Well, he was epic in his own manner, but as far as...
He was only epic because of that trident.
But you gotta look at it. He was also an older man when he fell. Who knows, man? He probably killed his baby mama.
Man.
A lot of shit could have happened.
Probably. We're talking about probably.
That's what I'm saying.
What this film gave us...
he was whack.
He's whack.
He's whack.
And why am I supposed to buy into you? You're supposed to be this deity, this godly thing to look up to. When in actuality, you're a man. You're a king who, once his machine broke up, drove himself to seclusion when it failed.
That machine got fucked up from the side, nigga.
Did you notice that little quote? I'm not the one who builds a machine to save the world and gets so disappointed when it fails that I run to a life of seclusion. The Dark Knight Rises. Ben Affleck. That radioactive machine that he made, bruh, he put it underground, and Miranda Tate wanted to bring it out. She said, I think your machine works. He says, in the wrong hands would be bad. See, the idea was that Bruce Wayne ran away because that machine failed, but we know that it was because it worked and he was afraid. But that's exactly what nigga, you're upping this project. You're upping this machine. It fails, and then you just disappear from humanity.
Right.
That makes you look weak. And that's exactly what King Atlan was.
I think he's more... It looks weak, but I think that's where the script failed. He had a reason. Morality-wise, honestly, I think the people back then...
They said he was shamed.
He was shamed.
Shamed. That you let
drastic?
So shamed that you let the Seven Kingdoms go to war with each other. So you knew everything that was happening.
I think the people shamed him. He failed. He failed as a king, and that's what made him go away. And yeah, I understand he has the power to say, I'll kill all you niggas.
Exactly.
Listen to me.
We'll start again.
But then now that makes him a dictator. Now that makes him Zod. Now that makes him a villain. Maybe he didn't want to be a villain. Maybe he wanted to just let.
He gave up.
Maybe he
gave up.
But what he did was, on some real shit, he stopped playing God.
He gave up.
He stopped playing God, and the people end up making their own way.
Yeah, the wrong way.
God. It was a Tower of Babylon. That whole scene, Tower of Babylon. You get so smart, you do everything, and then something just destroys the shit, and it separates everybody, and they all go their own way. That's exactly what happened. You took it was four oceans, and then you had like 3 on land. So you took all this going on, the whole 7 kingdoms, and everybody dismantled and went and did their own thing. Some niggas got turned to crab people. Some niggas turned to piranha niggas. Some niggas stay normal. Some niggas turned to fish motherfuckers. Some niggas have mermaid. Some niggas control octopus while they play drums. Niggas just changed. And I think that's what he was like, I am no God. It's just the script did a terrible job of explaining it because it make it look like he was very whack. Yeah. But honestly, I believe, because he controlled a lot. I think that he felt like he failed.
You're believing outside and you're filling in the blank space on your own understanding.
Exactly.
That's bailing the film out.
Well, I'm giving conversation.
Right. Based off what the film gave us,
he's whack.
He's whack.
He abandoned everybody.
Exactly.
But
I'm supposed to be looking up to you and getting your trident.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to try because you gave it. Yeah.
Well, the secret did say, because when Aquaman said I'm not worthy, Atlan wasn't worthy neither. They didn't explain how he got the trident either. They just said he got it.
It was his trident.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. If you, it's my knowledge. My knowledge. But if you look at it, the way the scene was set up, why would they make a trident that's that powerful from Poseidon's own metal and shit, right? And just give it to a random nigga. He obviously was the dude
worthy,
and everybody respected him. But then once he got done playing God and all this stuff, and he lost and people died, people stopped respecting him. I think he went more on a respect level before he became that, and when he failed, the people, like they said, shamed him, looked at him in a different light, and that's what made him be weak and disappear.
I have no problem with everything you just said. We could both just make up excuses of why this happened, and I'm not questioning that.
Skip.
The problem I'm saying is that he ran away
from his duties.
Exactly, and that's what's in the film. And I can only talk about what's in the film. I don't want to make excuses of why freaking Thanos, why Thanos was able to punch Captain America, and why Captain America, Captain America. So Thanos was really pulling back.
No, that's totally different logic.
It's not. It's not.
That's different.
Thanos is not trying to hurt this little human.
That's dumb.
So he pulled his punch back and just barely knocked him out.
That destroys all of what Thanos' character is, and even in the movie.
But nigga,
that's bullshit.
We're doing the same. That's the same shit about making something up for Atlan. Why he ran away?
But that's what I'm saying. The script did a bad job of explaining that.
Yes.
Because what I got from it, yes, that was a coward move, but I think it was the the people when they really let you know that people died and things changed, and he couldn't handle it, and he left. Yes. Usually when you hear that, it's not that you cower away and you just shake away.
That is sometimes cower away and shake away.
But sometimes
literally that's what he did.
Yeah.
Like you sat there for years, and all that while you were there for years.
Yeah.
So you've heard tale because you could talk to all the fish. You've heard tale that the seas are at chaos.
Is she still with that nigga?
Niggas are at war, my nigga, and you're hearing all this and you're still doing nothing. You're still doing nothing.
They should explain it better, but I think he just that's probably why he didn't do nothing. Because of that situation that happened.
Oh, it made him sadder. Oh, I failed. Oh,
like Zordon, nigga.
My heart.
Zordon did the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, Rangers. Oh.
Fucking start calling out niggas and shit.
Nigga, Atlas with the step. Oh, he feels.
I missed it all.
Oh.
The Black Plague. Ah.
So this fool Atlan is just down there, and he feels it as a big war happens between two clans. He's just,
Atlan.
Oh,
Atlan. Man. Why won't you save us, Atlan? Why would you save us?
I hear your cries. Oh, but only the true heir. Oh, will be.
It should explain more about the trident. Maybe I would have liked to say like if you're not if something happens where you're mentally and you can't control the powers, then that would have been kind of cool seeing. But they failed on that part. The script failed on that part.
And Black Manta, he was an issue.
Yeah.
Everything evolving Black Manta.
I didn't understand why Mera had a car. She can swim fast, but
or a boat.
Yeah,
or a boat.
Like you niggas is fish people.
But this film did. But overall, this film did an amazing job. The visuals, man. The MVP of this film, that is not in it, is James Wan.
James Wan, man.
James Wan's direction was fantastic in this. The way they explored Atlantis. Now somebody tried to come at me in the comment section and was like, "Bro, Jody, man, keep that energy, bro. You said they was going to explore Atlantis as much as Wakanda, more than Wakanda, bro. They barely showed us any Atlantis. There was 85% Wakanda in Black Panther." I'm like, what? You tripping, man? You saw all them beautiful places. You saw all the beautiful places that James Wan explored in Atlantis. That wasn't Atlantis. That was like the other 7 kingdoms. Well, that's what I was talking about then. I'm not talking about just the one
Ain't
city of
nobody trying to
Atlantis.
go in nobody's apartment in Atlantis, nigga. Oh,
No.
this is C number 9, nigga.
This
Come on
motherfucker's
in,
being
nigga.
way too technical.
Hey, my nigga, you see my water bed? Don't make him.
I just wanted to see the underwater world of Atlantis. Now,
Yeah.
I'm calling it Atlantis because
It's
what
underwater.
do you call the rest of the kingdoms? Is there a word for it?
It's called Atlantis, my nigga. We call it the ocean.
No, because
They rule that shit.
Yeah, no, right. The 7 kingdoms, right? Where does Mera's people live? They're not in Atlantis because Atlantis is Orm's stuff.
Pacific Ocean, I don't care.
What exactly?
I don't care.
Shut the freak up.
They explored enough of the water.
They showed
bro.
all of that. I'm calling it Atlantis because there's no name for the rest.
I think in Aquaman 2, if there is one,
I
which
thought
there most
Atlantis
like-
was all that.
which will be because the
capital.
This movie gonna make his money. I think that
He said that wasn't Atlantis. That was only showed 2 shots where they had the fight in front of all the people with Orm, and when he first came, it was chained up and went in his brother's face. That's the only thing he counts as Atlantis.
well, you're not
All
getting-
that beautiful stuff that we saw down there, bro. That's what I'm counting, bro. Wakanda didn't show that much. Wakanda. They didn't explore it like that.
Wakanda didn't show nothing really.
You went to the Jabari. You showed the outskirts of Wakanda when real quick when Killmonger came with Claw. You showed the waterfall. Hi-ya! You showed the freaking Warrior
You
Falls.
saw a flea market and that was it.
You saw, but that flea market, was that in the flea market? Yeah,
That was in
that in
there.
Africa or was that when they went to Asia?
That was in Africa.
Okay, it wasn't
And Asia,
much.
they showed both. They
It
showed
wasn't
Asia.
much.
It
wasn't much there. They didn't freaking
slept,
show
They
the
slept on Wakanda because Wakanda got a
jungle
lot
and
of
shit.
shit.
Nigga. They show all that technology and shit. They didn't go in no stores.
They
I
ain't go
would
in no
like to
stores.
see some homes and houses and stores and capitals.
That would have been funny. She'd be like, in America they have iPhones, but here we have W phones, and then it's like, oh shit, that shit like also extra shit. Like, I need you to bring your ass here right now.
Yeah.
It's a tight shit, But the James Wan's look. This movie sucks when it comes to
You win.
dialogue.
Perfect.
No memorable scenes like
There's
you
no
said.
memorable scenes at all. The music is the
That was underwhelming.
the score was terrible.
The score was underwhelming.
The selection of the soundtrack,
The
music,
soundtrack was bad. The score was underwhelming.
Aquaman coming out the water and not having a theme song. Aquaman showed like James Wan was able to show us so much. It was like he was battling with what he had.
Yeah.
He was like, I got a vision. I know where you're going to go with this, but it's not hitting like it should.
Yeah.
And James Wan was able to overcome that. The music really hurt the film for me.
All those epic shots. They
they had-
didn't play that epic trailer music not once.
They did.
Dun, 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 dun. Lit.
Yeah.
When Aquaman at the end of the movie, when that nigga surfed, I am Aquaman. I said, man, we were coming in the seats, bruh. That was the most epic
Fucking
shit,
Muppet
bruh.
shit, my nigga.
That shit was
That
epic.
shit was tight. That was the
pose,
best ending of a fucking hero movie. my
Yeah.
nigga. Fuck, I Muppet that shit.
Like I said, like I remember I told you last time, Superman also did it too. At the end of the film, when he comes down, looks
Yeah.
at the camera, winks, and then flies out.
Yeah, but
it was kind of like that, but this was way more epic.
That still shot, nigga. Like, let you know
Little
who the
water jumping
fuck
up,
he
I'm
is, my
Aquaman.
nigga.
Oh, bruh. If they play the song there,
Could you imagine they had a 360 camera? That fish, got it. Got it. I'm out of here, bruh.
bruh.
Themes was off, man. It could have been some epic soundtracks,
Yeah,
man. You know what I mean? They had a lot of like even like the battle scene with the Orm versus the crab people. I thought should have had a way better sound when Aquaman showed up on that mythical creature.
That huge big beast came out the water and shit.
Nigga, where's that music at? Where's that
Epic
whoa.
score at.
That score was terrible.
It did not.
It
The
did.
score failed this movie.
The score failed drastically.
Score failed this movie.
And I mean, kind of think I'm gonna watch it again. You know what I mean? Before watching it one time, that's what I got. That's some bad shit right there. Black Manta.
The score failed a lot of movies though.
Yeah, score.
But for DC, usually they come with some scores.
They come with that fire, man.
So this was like a mediocre score.
They effed up with Aquaman. They shorthanded him with that one. I feel like Aquaman should have had at least a score for him to be a complete character. That's one thing. The script, the dialogue, Black Manta, and the corniness of the story, which all intertwines kind of with Black Manta. When Black Manta is there, then you get corny. When he left, cornball shit kind of went out the window because Orm was very serious. Orm didn't tell not one fucking joke, which shout to you for that.
Yeah, serious with it.
The villain didn't tell one joke. The villain was serious, my nigga. Hands down. Even vocal was serious, bruh. Nicole Kidman was serious. She didn't tell no jokes. Yeah. Aquaman was the only one to tell a joke, and Mera was to entertain the joke.
Yeah.
And that was it. And everybody else was sound. Like, and Black Manta was just cornball. You know, Kevin Hart fused with 50 Cent. He's a cornball. You know what I mean? That's all I kind of got as far as bad sides of the movie, man.
Yeah, that's it. We're done with the bads.
The good shit, you know, that the
pros. The good overwhelms the cons. The visuals, the direction, the acting, the spectacle.
Yeah.
The characters that you got.
The feels, all that shit.
Yeah, all of that was there. But, you know, we got to do the bads with the goods. You know how we do it, man. Ain't no bias over here. Niggas like, DC fanboys.
Yeah.
Why? Because, man, I ain't like Infinity War, motherfucker. Freak you.
Which I did, but I understood.
Which visuals were better? Aquaman or Infinity War?
I'm going to say Aquaman.
Aquaman killed Infinity War.
Aquaman was 100% IMAX, bro. Yeah, that shit's like...
Bruh.
And what
which story was better? Script.
See, I'm biased with that because... I'm an origin guy. So I like beginnings.
I'll take the origin. I'm not. Even with this bad story, this bad script. The script was bad. The story was dope.
Yeah, the story. The
story of Atlantis and the realm and the anarchy and the heirs and all that. That trumps Infinity War.
It's a great bedtime story, bro. I can read that shit and be like.
Exactly. The script was bad. Story was great.
I
need to be more specific.
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
the story was. Yeah. The idea of the story was dope. The script was terrible.
The story of Infinity War was basic. It was basic. Villain comes, wants a controller. That's what it is. This had more of a journey, more love, more hope behind it. Right. You know, to retrieve something and go through a journey is amazing.
The scores between this and Infinity War are very comparable.
Yeah.
The Infinity War gets an edge because it had the Avengers theme. So they had a theme to play. So shout to that theme.
Well, you know, like I always say,
the scores were just both mediocre and forgettable.
The thing that makes both movies look Avengers. I love Avengers. Infinity War. Avengers. It had everything you need to make a great popcorn movie. All the action, all the lights, all the dopeness, the bogusness that happens. It's an Avenger film. I expect this. But the difference with the Aquaman was it was a little bit more development with characters within the film. See, even though we know who Cap and Iron Man was already.
Oh, let me address that real quick.
Okay.
Because an idiot in my comment section, a couple of them, says, Jody, they won't let the Infinity War shit go. It's not me. They won't let it go. My opinion really hurt them. It hurt their feelings.
You put that shit on an iron for a stove.
Bruh.
A hanger on a stove for 45 minutes.
People value my opinion. I think that's dope because I'm honest with what I say. But when I don't say stuff that they like, it hurts them. And people make YouTube videos about that review. People talking about that review. They still come to my channel talking about that review. They won't let Infinity War go. They just don't get it. So a couple of people said, Jody, how you going to expect Infinity War to develop characters when it's a team-up movie? They can't do that.
They did in Guardians.
So in Captain America Civil War, a team-up movie, Iron Man had the most character development he ever had in all three of his films.
Facts. Black Panther had it too.
Black Panther was developed in that motherfucker. He was more Black Panther in Civil War than he was in Black Panther.
Yeah, and Spider-Man was.
Spider-Man was tighter in Civil War than he was in Homecoming.
Yeah, even in Civil War, Bucky got character development. We found out.
Perfect.
Bucky. So when you say and you try to use a cop out like you can't develop characters in Infinity War, too many characters. Miss me.
No, you could have developed a lot. What Infinity War was lacking with that development of characters was the fact that they were semi-developed, and all you had to do was just fill in the voids.
Oh, you didn't have to fully develop nobody in Infinity War. You just had to add some extra to them. They added nothing. It's nothing.
Like I would have loved to see, bro. I would have loved to see Rocket come to Earth and be like, "So this is Earth, huh?" And a raccoon look at him. That shit would have been funny as hell.
That'd be a funny joke.
Yeah, but I
They
would
got
roll
too
with
many
it.
of those.
It would have been. It would have been. See, those are jokes that roll with it. But you know, Infinity War is great action, everything like that. You get everything you want, man. That Spider-Man coming through in the city and shit. That shit was fire.
So where are you at? Because I know you gave Infinity War an A.
Infinity War is
this one A minus.
I get it an A-.
But which film?
Oh, so this is different. So look, Infinity War.
Because I already know where they're gonna go.
If you want to nitpick, if you want to destroy, and you want to be critique of the film, I said in my review, people gotta watch my reviews. This movie's a C. But if you go in for it, it's
this
just
movie Aquaman.
No. Infinity War. But if you go in and you want to be entertained, now some people don't like 2 grades. That's fine. Kiss my ass. Because this movie,
Aquaman got that 1 grade. I was surprised. I was like, oh shoot, 1 grade.
well, because Aquaman fills in everything, so it's kind of like it's not really a division with that film to that degree. It's entertaining, but it also has great acting and everything else. Some movies are made to be split. Some movies are only to be done one way, like a Transformer film. Transformer is only to be done as entertainment. And you can grade it and give Transformer the Fs that they all deserve. Mm-hmm. But then people are going to say, but I love it. It's entertaining. Because it's an entertaining type of movie. Avengers is an entertaining type of movie. That's why if you watch my reactions, my discussions, when I talk about the movies prior to the film coming out, you will know where my head was at. I said it. I know where they're going with this movie, and I'm just going to sit back and watch this film.
I was arguing in the comment section with somebody. He was saying why Infinity War is better in the grade when he hadn't even seen Aquaman. About the 4th reply in, I realized he didn't even see the film. I'm like, why are you wasting my time? That's why we got mods.
Yeah.
Mods, get on your job, man.
Yeah, these niggas.
Get on your sheet. Shout out to Dr. Manhattan for going in there sniping fools, bruh.
Hey, shout out to Chuck Norris, homie. Nigga Chuck Norris, bro.
They can delete the comment if they come with that troll, and I can just ban them later.
Yeah.
Mods, y'all gotta get on your job.
No, but real stuff though, you know,
it's winter break. I don't hear no excuses.
It's 2 different type of styles with films, you know. But you know, I was
Get out.
I was a firm believer, like of when we talk about it, we all had debates and argue which one was gonna be better, Black Panther or Avengers, and I always stood by Black Panther because I said it. Black Panther gonna have better dialogue, better acting. It's gonna be a better film. Avengers is gonna be eye candy, baby. It's gonna be all this shit you always wanted to see.
I remember, I was the one member of the Justice League. Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
I'm releasing that shit. I was the one member of the Justice League who said Infinity War was going to be the best film of 2018, the best superhero film. Everyone else had Black Panther. And I got mad at everybody.
Well, it was compared. It was between Black Panther and that because Aquaman was still out there, bro.
I got mad at everybody for picking Black Panther. We ranked it.
Yeah.
I got mad. Because how could you give up on Infinity War like that? This is what we've been waiting on. And lo and behold, Black Panther, Spider-Verse, Aquaman, all better than Infinity War, man. That's some crazy. Infinity War is the worst super movie. What else came out this year?
Well, I'm not, look, because I like Infinity War. I still watch my shit, but I see what you're going. I see what you're saying. You know, Spider-Verse was a shocker. Spider-Verse was hot. I like Spider-Verse. And I gave Spider-Verse a B+. And I gave Aquaman an A- because of these reasons. It had feelings. And at the end of the day, it was a superhero film.
Yeah.
It was a superhero. He became Aquaman. And I felt that he was Aquaman. And I felt like the movie's mission was actually completed. When you make a superhero movie, it's supposed to end with a superhero. It's supposed to be a superhero film. Not a nigga with powers here and there. This nigga became the king of all 7 seas.
And something that we keep forgetting. The third act is hard to do in superhero films. The third act was the best part of this movie.
Fuck.
The best act was the third act.
Third act, man.
That's rare.
Because I'm gonna be honest. When
Wonder Woman suffered from an issue.
Third act.
Third act. Dark Knight.
Third
Rises.
Act. Third act.
Civil War was epic, I think. Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
It was Winter Soldier's third act that had an issue.
Winter Soldier third act. Civil War third act was tight. That was Tony.
Yeah,
versus,
right. Black Panther. Third act.
Third act.
A lot of them are Ragnarok, Doctor Strange, Dormammu, I'm here to bargain. Dormammu, I'm here to bargain. Big joke.
Yeah. Third act.
Third act like a motherfucker. When you get the third act right, that's something that's rare.
Yeah, because that means you in on.
So the first act was epic. Second act was like that's where stuff was like. Third act,
bam,
Strong.
solid, concrete. We
Come
ain't going
shot.
nowhere. You know,
Epic.
and
So before we got to the third act, me and you both had the movie at like a B minus.
yeah,
Right?
I was sitting at a B
I was at a
minus.
B minus. Once that third act hit, took up a whole nother letter grade, baby.
I was worried because I was like, okay.
I was worried too. I was
Because
like,
the very
shit.
beginning was good. The jokes were very minimum. I like that about this script. Very minimum jokes, not a lot, but
You win.
Black Manta got
Perfect.
corny. But then once shit got real and Jason Momoa stepped up as an actor and Aquaman, that's when it got good. Because now I was looking at a superhero movie, not a nigga on a journey. That's 75 cents. Not a brother with a journey. You know what I'm saying? So that was the great journey that you gained with the movie. You saw a boy turn into a man. You saw a mother love everybody and be the hope factor of the whole world. It made it really good because another factor too was, even though they tied in Justice League, you don't question like stuff like when you watch Man of Steel and you know Batman and them been around all that time, right? And you're like, okay, Flash had powers then. Wonder Woman obviously was there.
Mm-hmm.
Aquaman, we already know he didn't give 2 cents about what was going on.
Yeah.
So you have two individuals and you see Zod attacking Metropolis and you're like, why Wonder Woman and Flash and Batman ain't doing nothing?
Right.
But this situation happened underwater. So I expect nothing to happen underwater.
Yeah.
I don't expect Superman to be like, hey, what's going on
It's
down
like
here?
It's like Wakanda.
Exactly.
It's
It's own
secluded.
secluded area
Yeah.
in his own battle. Yeah. Now, they could have touched on when stuff hit the surface, you know what I mean? But, you know, that was just a coincidence that happened and nothing pushed forward. It wasn't like Owen started dropping nukes on buildings and shit like that. None of that stuff occurred yet for the Justice League to be involved. But I like the fact it was a secluded situation and Aquaman overcame his own demons and became that dude at the end of the film. And they made sure you knew he was that dude because that last shot is what really put that minus on that beach for me. It turned that B plus into that minus. I said, now that's how you end a superhero
That's a
movie.
complete superhero right there. Like, we saw him grow into the superhero, and very few movies do that in their first film. Captain America didn't do that.
Nah, no one.
Captain America didn't become who he was until Winter Soldier. I think Wonder Woman did it. Wonder Woman did it.
She had a little stand, but
she had a belief of this is the way, but she had to learn that, and she did learn it in the first film. So she's already who she is.
What hurts it?
Wonder Woman 84.
But what hurts it is that's why we got it. Like I said, I gotta see Wonder Woman 84 to see that change because from what we know is she left she left all humans and disappeared.
They retconned that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so once 84 come out, then we'll see something different.
She didn't leave nobody. She ain't go nowhere.
Because when she sat there and was like, okay, she's saving people, but how long that's gonna last? It took away a lot from her from knowing what the future, held for her.
Retconned.
So as long as
that Snyder story gone.
Once 84 comes out, then I'll be able to really appreciate that final scene. But Aquaman scene obviously was a year after Justice League. So we know moving forward, Superman is going to walk up to him and say, you got a new suit. Yeah, I'm the king of 7 seas now. I got new duties. I should make you bow. Funny.
Yeah, exactly. Funny.
Yeah,
a smile on Superman's face, a little smirk.
You know what I mean? So that's the funny stuff like that, and we have officially 3 DC characters that are established now, man.
We got them.
Wonder Woman, Superman, Aquaman.
Bam.
We just need to get the rest going.
We just need Flash, Batman, and Green Lantern.
Once you get those, you're gonna have a solid Justice League movie.
Then you can
right personalities.
Then you can redo a Justice League the right way and completely wipe the floor with anything that the MCU will have at that point that it comes out. I'm being honest, man. I'm a fan of both. But once Justice League comes, once DC comes in a couple of years with the real Justice League,
shit on that.
Nothing will matter.
Right,
nothing else will matter from Sony, Fox, Marvel, Disney. Nothing.
And the beauty
just like when the Civil War came out, nothing mattered.
Yeah,
like nothing that anyone DC could do mattered.
No, because we got Avengers came out.
Nothing mattered.
It's a wrap. We got all 5 of these motherfuckers on screen. The crazy thing about the Justice League film too, because I'm seeing personality change. Superman is becoming the hope factor.
He is the hope.
You know what I mean?
He's there, bro.
Wonder Woman is the courage. The she embraces it. She is something that you look forward in a team. She is the go-getter of the team, and she's going to do her best to do it.
And she's the hope.
Yeah,
She the Hope
but
too.
she the Hope. But we know that main spot is not her. It's not supposed to be her.
It's not supposed to be hers, but it's hers.
It's her now. But
Yeah.
eventually Superman will get in that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then Aquaman is the king. He's going to give us the strength of the team. He's the strength, and we need Batman to be the Batman.
Douchebag.
Yeah. The Flash is the heart. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to be corny and a jokeful person. The Justice League is a stern team. Flash is the most likely. Him and Hal Jordan are the most likely to give you a smirk or something cocky to say. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this ain't Justice League film should not be a comedy. Because ain't none of the characters on that comedy shit like that.
I told Warner Brothers on a tweet last night. Patty Jenkins for Superman. James Gunn for The Flash. James Wan for Batman. Get it popping.
I could see him doing Batman or Green Lantern.
Which one would you choose?
Right. I mean,
I'm going Batman. Make a Batman.
His action scenes were pretty hot though.
Yeah.
His action scenes were pretty hot though, man.
The fighting scenes was hot. The difference between the warehouse fight scene from Zack Snyder with Batman and the fight scenes in Aquaman, where one of them looked real and didn't look CG. Those fighting scenes were bright, clearly executed, no camera trickery. It was a big open shot for you to see everything. No tricky cuts.
The difference.
It was beautiful.
For me, the difference is because I like my warehouse scene.
Yeah.
The difference is Batman was picking on children, and this nigga Aquaman was going head up with threats. Now that's the difference. He had to beat skillful people to a degree. Batman was just picking these children apart, bro, and it was beautiful seeing it because that's what Batman does. Now, if Batman was head up with someone like a Deathstroke or something, and you see, he got to do his technique. He's up in there doing stuff like that. Then I'll be like, Batman, 100%. But I like both scenes. I like the fact that element showed us what Batman really does in reality.
Yeah.
But Aquaman got a chance to go head up with his villains and beat them. Now I can't wait to see because Ocean Master's gonna come back. There's deeper things with Ocean Master. I think he's going to come back.
We'll find out with Aquaman too. But let's go ahead and wrap this up and go ahead and give a final come shot. Film was dope. A+, both ways. There it is.
A-.
A-, I'm sorry.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, A- both ways.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah. A- both ways. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. So, where does this film rank amongst the MCU films? For me, it's in my top 5. It takes my 5th slot. Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Civil War, The First Avengers, Aquaman.
Got you.
Makes my top 5.
My top 5 is Winter Soldier, Avengers, Aquaman, Black Panther, Civil War.
Top 3.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro.
It's up there, bro, because
It's up there.
it gives you a lot.
So if Aquaman was an MCU movie, that's how you know where it would rank.
It would rank that as an MCU film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, hands down. If it was that's exactly where it'd be right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I ain't mad at you. Wish Black Panther was higher. Freak you.
Nah, man. Cause Black Panther.
I got you. The Killmonger, T'Challa. I got you.
And this one too. The villains did not overshadow the hero.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Heroes overshadow the villains in this
like
movie.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's a hero film. I'm tired of seeing villains take over the shine of the hero. Shout out to Jason Momoa for holding his ground, my nigga.
Hey.
That's some whack shit. Because honestly, besides Patrick Wilson, he was a great Ocean Master, but the villains didn't overshadow. I don't like that.
So now let's rank Aquaman in the DC universe, the DC film and EU. Wonder Woman's number 1. It's better than this film. Aquaman, Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, Batman vs Superman.
All right. Well, you already know. I agree with that. I agree. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why Wonder Woman is a better film to me than this one. Wonder Woman has concrete dialogue, development.
Perfect.
Emotions are up the ass with this shit.
The characters are just way more developed.
The characters are way more developed, and it's a better origin story to me than this one.
Yeah.
But I tell you this:
it's not full of plot holes. Even.
If
it's tight,
Black Manta, they chopped some of his same scenes down. They gave us more.
And deleted him.
Nah, he got to do it. But if they made more sense of him, gave us more of Atlantis, and the
Fix the pacing,
and the
script.
pacing, the Trident and King Atlan, and gave me that concrete stuff that we question. Yeah, it'll beat Wonder Woman.
And the score.
Oh, and the score definitely.
Fuck.
But if the score was still what it was, but you still gave me that,
Yeah.
I think it would have beat Wonder Woman, because the action scenes, the characters, the lights, the new worlds, all that stuff like that, to me just look better. Even though I appreciate the cinematography in Wonder Woman, the how the mascara looked, and I love the originality of it, how the Amazons looked, they were all cultured, wasn't just one type. I dig all that, I love it. But when you take it to a whole new world, no pun intended, to Little Mermaid, and then you're able to express new creatures, a lost world of dinosaurs, and you seeing all this stuff that live, these big anus gems that sit there. These niggas are rich down there, bro. Like, it's just a rich world, and you're able to explore that with script and dialogue. Take my money.
Potential A+ movie this was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, you have the same list? Just
Same
SWAT,
list.
Suicide
Suicide
Squad,
Squad, BBS. Suicide Squad trash, bro.
BBS is garbage. Yes.
I'll take BBS any day of the week, man.
All right, so that's where we are with the rankings, man. There's gonna be we're gonna watch it again in IMAX. I think we're gonna get a bigger experience at City Walk.
Oh,
We've
yes.
seen it in IMAX.
Check the Justice League out up there.
Thank
man.
you to Donald Bay and Brandon Bobo for paying our way to go, paying the whole Justice League to go see this film.
Yes, sir.
And it's gonna be fun this Thursday. It's gonna be dope. And yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
Make sure you check out our spoiler-free reviews.
Yeah.
And spoiler reviews.
I uploaded already today, Tuesday of recording this. You guys are seeing this Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Already on my channel is the video we did last year, most anticipated superhero films of 2018, and you will see where your boy Jody Joe was at. You see where the rest of the Justice League was at as well, as far as what film they wanted to do good. And I wanted Infinity War to be better than most of you fanboys who are in my comment section complaining because you guys have half a brain.
If I only had a brain. Oh, and make sure you guys subscribe to Jody's Corner.
Subscribe.
Thumbs this video up.
Thumbs it up.
And don't forget to share. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let people know the real is out here.
We here.
Let them know. That really helps the channel out in every form of fashion, y'all.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to my man J3 for being here, bro. I appreciate you. I'm Jody Joe. We are the world's finest. And we out this thing, man. Doses.
Mommy? Daddy?
I ain't call you.